Center. You can go applaud Victoria Park. I feel like a photo. What to come? What photo? What come? Who come to Dokata? Bola Heba Center. Dr. Prosper Deveneva. Come on. Bola.
Kadon Kwajiba Vola Pachika Monuna Funo. Nyɔnuwo no nama vi kple ɖeviwo me xɔ ƒe 12 o.
Ago. Oh, what is? Let go join.
Oh, Bema. Ibadah kuilam lomo, keke tu pui. Tanya cuma traditoi. Pokoknya uang sepelekele.
Oh.
Neng ma fam. Neng ma datang ma tunggu. Ma nasi kau. Oh, belum.
Dari nanti Abraham fi baraka ini le ya pasti ketukanya bobo ya wa. Basi hasbena di dila nuna fia. Koko ina duna fa garawonye ya nyapa no pasti bani ko hi wontan nyani kurama. Bola pasti ko nya ko katara ge.
Bo. Ma nasi kau.
Vai batakalo sugo. Ita biga dada fikramon tonto. Bola pasti ko wa wusielo wetofira.
Mai re vola togbo. Ima no chika ko mokpong jeje
vola chika no ple na zama fiva na kama furaga nawo mashama nazi
nyapa toto wala toto fita itanye za vola chika nya to matoro ha wo za vola chika fofo jijila ama
this vola piki yeah vola baby
ma una yira vola to ona wala masa
Vola pachika wala chika drapo kata alo gado pa doyo pa mele akblawu ojango St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church atututu le hoa apo le old fashion le akwe kala hwahwe a gada woji le agodoma Yellow House Street ojango local restaurant atututu opa dopo le budi gba ochogba chongdiga adre kla afava dashina fiega aton kala mamlida
miaƒe nukpɔlawo medo zɔna mi va be nyigba TV ƒe ŋdi wɔna ƒe gɔmedzeƒe ƒe dziŋu yeye atɔ̃a miaƒe ƒe dziŋu yeye yi ke nye ƒe dziŋu tɔxɛ aɖe yi ke enu geɖewo dzɔna le ye ƒe dzoɖagbãtɔ ye nyea Tony Mark-Boye enyea wo zɔ do na mi va ŋdi wɔna dzi meda kpe ne mi katã be mi le ɖeka wɔ me kpakpli le egbatɔ hã me yo wɔna edzagɔme kple motivational message ŋusẽdoa me nya ɖeka ɖo yiwo ke mitsɔ kplɔ mia ɖokuiwo ta me miaƒe motivational message wɔ ge kpi ɖe ko ke ne mi zɔ ɖe ŋgɔa miava kpɔ nu kae nye nyadzɔdzɔ yiwo ke tsatsam le miaƒe ŋuto ya me hã ne mi tso miaƒe ŋuto ya me hezɔ ɖe ŋgɔa miayi akpɔ miaƒe nyadzɔdzɔgbalẽwo ƒe akpa gbãtɔ dzi akpɔ le fi ma hã ke ne ƒo gania nye amekpekpe tɔxɛwo age ɖe dzinye ale be miadzro enyawo me ke ɖo ŋku dzi be +233 2426 70773 le WhatsApp dzi enye nɔmba yi ke nate ŋu atsɔ akɔ atsi kapakpli ke miamewo ke nye kpɔm le Facebook tɔtɔtɔa miaɖo miaƒe gbedasiwo ɖo ɖe ŋku mewo katã xlẽ ge le wɔna me yo so miage ɖe miaƒe motivational segment me miakpɔ ŋka nye miaƒe motivational message. All right, so welcome you to the beginning of our morning show. Tony Mark-Boye is your host, and I'll be doing that till 10. We'll start with a motivational segment. After that, we'll review the newspapers. Okay. I got a motivational message. A wise man never knows all. Only fools know everything. That's an African proverb. A wise man never knows all. Only fools know everything. Yo ta miaƒe motivational message ke kpɔm mi le mio TV dzia enye ŋusẽdɔmenya alo meɖokui kplɔnya yi ke mi dze miazã le ƒe dziŋu ya ƒe ŋkeke 4 agbe ƒe dziŋu atɔ ƒe ŋkeke 4 agbe nya ŋutɔ miaƒe Afrika nunyanya aɖe alo motivational message aɖe ye ma egbɔgblɔm be ame yi ke nye nunyala ame yi ke si nya sa le menya ŋu sia ŋu. A wise man never knows all. Ame yi ke nye nunyala ame yi ke dzi si Mawu na esi dzedze anya sa yi ke tso Mawu gbɔ menye gbalẽ me ŋunya gblɔm mi lo ame ma menya ŋu sia ŋu gake amelãwo koe nya ŋu sia ŋu eya enye Afrika ƒe abebubu ne mi be Afrika proverb ƒe fia be ne yi ɖe dekɔ sia dekɔ me klea nyagbewo li alo nyafɔkpowo li yiwo ke ɖo kpe dzi be nya ya ele teƒe efia be eyi Ghana, Nigeria, official fiwo yi South Africa ne nya le Afrika ko miaƒe African philosophy miaƒe corporate African worldview exɔe de me be nunyala ɖo xɔ ɖaŋu nunyala ɖo xɔ ɖaŋu nunyala ɖeke meli ke nya ŋu sia ŋu nunyala ɖo nya le ke wofɔna nunya kpikpikpi tso teƒe vovovowo kɔ ƒo ƒu ta ema miakoe aso mia ɖokuiwo le miaƒe aƒewo me miaƒe katsatsiawo me miaƒe kadodowo me miaƒe srɔ̃ɖeƒewo miaƒe dɔwɔƒewo miaƒe dunyahehe me miaƒe sɔlihawo miaƒe habɔbɔwo leke miaƒe nunɔlawo nɔ anyi nunɔla yi ke nye nunyala enya be nyia le he be awɔ nyia ro kaka eŋtsimewo woge ƒu agbogbo agate woƒe numese atsɔ ɖaŋu anɔ nya biamo ke ne mi woe ale ɖe manyo woa ka le ke ne kpɔm le ke no va dzɔ le ɖi ke kuxe ne kuxe aɖe va do mo la ɖi ke ekpɔ be ŋgbegblẽ aɖe alo tukare ale ate ŋu ava dzɔ le mɔ ya ŋu alo mɔ me ŋua ye ŋutɔ susu nye kaka eyi susua dzra ge na mawo ana mo na ƒle susua na ye tɔtue be wɔn ŋutɔwo ɖokuitɔwo nye. That is how affiliative leaders lead. Ta miasɔ ŋunya le egbatɔ me ebe agblɔ nya ne srɔ̃ ŋutsu ɔɖaŋue gake tsɔ ga ɖo ɖe gbɔ aƒetɔ le ke kpe ke nu woe ale ɖi atɔ ya gblɔ ne hã meɖo gblẽ lo aka le me kpɔ menye ke no va dzɔ be nyi ale va li ɖe kene gbagba ƒe ale va dze ɖi o kasha ko o nyɔnu agbo ŋu aɖanyi kene kɔ vɛ ŋutsua xɔe pepepe exɔe pepepepepepe nenemae ame yiwo ke tsa asi ame yiwo ke tsi akakpla sisiawo wo ŋutɔ ƒe ŋuwo nye agba yi ke dzrana le alo nu yi ke dzrana wo tɔtɔwoe edzidzi axo enua yi ke nye ga kɔba le ame yi ke nye wo ŋuƒlela alo sisi ƒe kotoku me gaɖaŋu tsɔ gawoe abe ke nu yi dzram ne la ye ŋutɔ hiãna ene wo gabe ne meƒle ŋua ke nane gã aɖe bu ɖi nenemae mi zɔna azɔlia ma ala mekpɔm enyia African proverb yi ma yi mi da ɖe screen dzia ye miatsɔ awu egbatɔ ŋu mi srɔ̃ le ke woxɔna ɖaŋu enyia megano enyia wɔna be menyi atawea ye wɔna be matawe edɔwɔƒe menye nanɔ na bia ne bia ne babiam ne ŋbiam ne nyata biam ne nyabia sewo le asio ne babia le asio enya biam zigera me fia be menyam enyam afi kaka ega amare to fom le kamare home le ke home ba chom ko kpekpem ɖe tɔwo ŋuti kasia na kpɔkpɔ ezu master ezu dɔmaga enye ŋu geɖe tso dɔ ŋu ta asitɔtɔ kɔ ategbeƒoƒo ano ŋu abe yi ɖeka koe nyamina enye ŋu manyamanya le mia Africa tɔwo ƒe ŋukpɔkpɔ ŋu. In African philosophy is foolishness to know all. So that is a motivational message for today. And I conclude once again by quoting it. A wise man never knows all, only fools know everything. And we conclude our motivational message on that. All right. Malike minya na mizana miti via togmanto cho don se miarokyo alo cho sona noe alo mi chok bona na noe ke mia cho aso mia pagbawe. All right. Kemi idehowide.com. miidehowide.com. Miakbo nkawele afumaha. All right, Dr. Doe Honest Workers Toil on May Day. That's a banner story on howide.com. Dr. Doe Honest Workers Toil on May Day. And this is Topak Bonoglare Kale. Miapa Huchina Machanto Mafia, Dr. Robert Doe. Repanya Lefia. Blablombe Dr. Doe de WƆNA kpediade to me ke ucho for abotane nu dola le miapa muganto mafia. Ghana leaps to 39th in global press freedom rankings. Ghana duko kata vazu duko blaton vo ashekelia ike mevio o dana shinya jojo kakala obe o glona o fosusu o kakana nya jojo ale kole anyira wowo alo tohehe manomie. And this is supporters urged to remain steadfast. Asedu nketia la fia ke asedu ketia nye shimano lagane NDC to ke o glombe asedu nketia bo NDC to yo ke le party ogun wo kenya full soldiers wo ko fu pepe ble gbagba jeje o ina party adudia jimaga de lofo komo. Yeah. Vice President celebrates a Futu heritage at Abua Cherry Festival. Ipa hoen lele Abua Cherry untoma Futu untoma fuma nyapo to kopro kpara nto Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman eno wo de le untoma fuma Futu untoma le Ewenyigba Central Jim nyapo chichina untoma ke wodu apwe Simpa Abua Cherry Festival le weekend. NPP demands transparency in Dumsor crisis. NPP demands transparency in Dumsor crisis. NPP to le Ghana ojibe yoseng kome. Jiru na tuan kware na yo jongwi na jo chichim nchimchi. Tamache Gomacho of my NPP demands transparency in Dumsor crisis. The government is facing renewed pressure to address the ongoing power crisis that doing so, with the National Democratic New Patriotic Party calling for transparency in replacement of transformers. I beg your pardon. So, according to a GBC News, Ishaq Ibrahim, a member of the MPP's communication team, has demanded that the government provide video footage as evidence of transformers being changed. Ibrahim's call comes amidst widespread power outages across the country, sparking concerns of return to the erratic power supply that plagued Ghana in the past. The government has attributed the outages to ongoing system upgrades, but critics argue that the situation is as a result of poor planning and management. The MPP has been vocal in the criticism of the government's handling of the power crisis, with Ibrahim stating that the government must be transparent about its efforts to address the issue. And I'm quoting Ibrahim: the government must show video footages as evidence of transformers being changed. That's what Ibrahim said on GTV. NPP top agronoclad capon le GTV. Memory I cover a boglomba. Yo kwaba joga chichim ta yo hiana jidudwa ba otonkware na yo jonwi katutu na ajuchichim chi. Yo sabo transforma o alo moro egla alo do hoko alo pakon gala moncho la ba bu kala kaujia osubo amo ta na ba ka ba gblojo karo ba chuchu mafiaro ta juma ga nyangborum ke pipi toba yo ma baba nyamanya tepo dodo mao bele no la nyenye adam de toike yo bobo mele jidudu ya pa agbonglo ikele jo karinya won ina ba jo chichimro ta nanye elamabe jo chichim elabe transformer ugbojoko ke yo rekuku jidudu anena yo video footages no transformer rolima no jo camera dareji alabe transparent administration alo democracy alo transparent yata pobo o ale ke kunya jojo kakala o yina fi ogbo o depedo o konjitum o je mododo rafi to corporate ya fi komikata mi no pon hon kware na ma ke no transform odo lima bipe han abale ke nya jojo o kona won danari mi kata pon ale mi ape tv o pon ko fun oji gbaja. All right, Vice President celebrates a Futu heritage at the Culture Festival. The Vice President of the Republic, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyemang, joined chiefs, elders, and the people of Futu in Ewenyigba Central Region to celebrate the 2026 Simpa Culture Festival, a vibrant showcase of heritage, unity, and tradition. The festival themed Advancing Our Cultural Heritage for Development brought together sons and daughters of Futu to promote solidarity and progress. The Vice President's presence underscored the significance of cultural festivals in Ghana's development. And in the keynote address, Nenyi Gate, the seventh paramount chief of Futu traditional area, emphasized the festival's role in promoting unity and well-being. He also launched the construction of a palace, a legacy project aimed at redefining Futu's custom and living a last heritage. Memory avaya mono le Futu tome Ewenyigba nton ahonele Ewenyigba o ya duo festival ma alo o lahne o nkulo lahne ashi kodare abota Peshapa ukwana nelena ube blafo do yina gbatome ano ahunelo ahuni funadu haim gazelle deer igana le dumayo fo ngbo fochi do va no na fi ke o magbo fochi le na ga tuala ke obo na magbon bo ba ile na ahun ta ta ogani liko da ropa bota imaje jemi o TV oji le gbaga na ya ke koplo parento nana jeno poku ajima enofma eba o le doji dono no lo plato ta yema nyazorango NDC supporters act remains steadfast asiedu nketia Kenya jimanola na NDC to le kana katago to yema la fuma and the National Democratic Congress's Chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia has called on party supporters to remain loyal and patient ahead of the party's internal elections. And according to a Channel 1 news report, Asiedu Nketia made the appeal during his Upper East Regional tour, assuming supporters that their commitment will be rewarded. Asiedu Nketia emphasized that the NDC remains the most viable political platform in Ghana, with a strong track record of governance and a clear vision for the country's development. He urged party members to remain united and focused on the upcoming internal elections, which will determine the party's leadership and direction. The NDC's national chairman's message was met with enthusiasm from party supporters who reaffirmed their commitment to the party. Asiedu Nketia's tour is part of the party's efforts to reconnect with its grassroots supporters and mobilize support for the upcoming elections. General Mosquito NDC top Bonubla Ikaleshima and Pachakata. That's the leader of the NDC actually. I got back from Donyarana over Pacha, maybe over Jimagada Lofu. The Majijimo, Yonako, Daga, Acham, Kawenye, Agbonugla, Lento, Socioma, Afiavai, and Togam, Kagavai, Katagludu, Abai Pomakinya Flaga Chola, Plashimanola in a Patia. There are Mokopoliver, Dodo, Leo, Kenya versus a GBB, Na Pachamato, no Dashina Monchi, no Yokata or Kana or Irango. There are Majijimo, yo do gata Jimaga de la America for the Pachamo. I think that's basically that. All right, Felix Ofochu, Kwachi, Kanaji, what the Makaka Pona, Yajo, where a kaka, Blanyang Dede, Nadukoprola, no Tata Galafia from Ghana leaps to 39th in global press freedom rankings. Ghana's made a significant stride in press freedom, climbing 13 spots to rank 39th out of 180 countries in the 2028 World Press Freedom Index. According to Reporters Without Borders, this marks the country's highest ranking in 5 years, with improvements across all 5 indicators, including political index context, legal framework, economic context, socio-cultural factors, and safety. The RSF report attributes Ghana's progress to a more enabling environment for journalism, with stronger safeguards for press operations and fewer restrictions. Ghana's overall score improved to 72.2, up from 67.13 in 2025, reflecting gains in multiple areas, including legal protections, political environment, and economic conditions for the media. The minister in charge of government communications hailed the rankings as a testament to the government's efforts to guarantee media rights. And I'm quoting him, Felix Ofosu-Kwakye. He says, it reflects the sort of work that we continue to put in the efforts that we make to guarantee the rights of Ghanaian media to practice freely. Da Ghana duko ezorango alegbegbe le nyajojo kaka ko nyaome wo gbobe le kika duko kata godoma kika duko ra duko alfa ve blave blejivo Ghana le de fo blaton wo shekia mizo vango alekele gbegbe cha mile megwengbi abe afo wie attention ka ke fifia mi da fo vango fifia miaonye duko blaton vo a shekelia ike manyajujo kaka lao ole ofotom la ploreme te paro na nyajujo kaka na bunyare ka chache jinu na sana duko gaja kwa fono the handcuff ashino, which all go in. Piaro to Ganyere, Piaro Jandama Frupo, a girl of woman, or Puniere, Jora Joson, Plevio, where I got to a corner. A Ganamala Nama. Olan could a lake dunya her yeachi, Midamo, Najoka Caloba, or Denku Dunya. Anyana o long chimanomia. Okpo asakaweli ike demogbene nyajojokaka ike pulianya jokaka lauta ke okpo dukopororo de nyajojokaka longchi ewaro ganya umha o khaf na nyajojokaka lawa okpena ronchi plezugbe okpena dengwa o ijilan kure duakata nchibade ila tura nyamwa Ghana ya fiere kana mala ke kagbleji ha le radio rakavia lo fun vivivi o gatofia nya shiko kala ngo kamala ngo achila judomani achimala judomani o nya jojo sege okpo nya pa de dinyo go safety ha e o kata okpo le Ghana o belo cho Ghana into cover vanto ne egere nya jojo kaka panyaume. All right, Dr. Doe honors workers' toil on May Day. Dr. Doe honors workers' toil on May Day. Ghanaian workers were celebrated for their tireless efforts in driving the nation's progress, with prominent NDC member Honorable Dr. Robert Kofi Doe extending heartfelt appreciation. Speaking at the Bobobo Carnival in the whole central constituency, Dr. Doe acknowledged the crucial role workers play in Ghana's development from farms to factories. Addressing the workers during the carnival, he bankrolled. Dr. Doe stressed the gesture is a token of appreciation to Ghana's workers, a symbol of recognition for their dedication and hard work. The sweat of workers builds our nation, he said, emphasizing the recognition of their labor and protection of their rights. He commended the resilience of Ghanaian workers, citing their contributions to the country's GDP per capita. Dr. Doe called on workers to maintain a sense of ownership and responsibility, safeguarding national assets as if they were the personal properties. His message resonated with the audience as workers from the various sectors gathered to celebrate their day. All Central, with its thriving youthful working class, population of educational, health, telco, and fintech workers alongside farmers and traders from surrounding communities, was abuzz with energy. The constituency's dynamic workforce is driving growth and innovation, and Dr. Doe's message acknowledged their vital role in shaping Ghana's future. The event themed Ho is Rising was designed to appreciate the dedication and hard work of whole central constituency workers. Dr. Doe's words of encouragement were met with enthusiasm as workers reaffirmed their commitment to Ghana's progress. And the celebration highlighted the importance of fair wages, decent work, and social justice for Ghanaian workers. And as the country looks to the future, the contributions of its workforce will remain vital to its growth and development. Dr. Doe's call to action is expected to galvanize workers and inspire continued dedication to Ghana's development. All right, Workers' Day, ikanye fidai ikavaya wanakbedi ada no jela huafia le holiday 5-star le Barracks Newtown. Dr. Doe ikanye National Youth Commissioner na Pro Forum alo NDC toyo kwenye professional so kata le Ghana Global do bare dolanchi ba o bobobo wona kpedi yare le hofia wano bobo ke Dr. Doe nyayo glo o faro emo pira kwa agboglombe yo pede shibe ajeba odon se dola opere dola chiro po dola le nyako hunto afia chichao tono chikbolao banki dola bovito immigration beto yevu dɔ le afia zãtɔ agbledelawo kple asitsalawo kpe ɖe ŋutsi se ke ne le aleka ɖi ehiã be ɔkpo dɔwɔlawo ƒe dedienɔnɔ gbɔ axe fe ne dɔwɔlawo yi abe ale yi ke wodze ne manɔ dɔwɔlawo kpɔm abe ewɔlawo ko wonye alo wotɔkoe nye be woanɔ vɔ sam wotsɔ wo ɖokuiwo kasa vɔ esia yo dɔkta dɔwo yi dzi gblɔ be dziɖuɖu gbagbagba dzem be nu sia nu yi ke yewoawɔ ale be yewoƒe dziɖuɖu ƒe ganyawo mía hã dukɔmevi ƒe ganyawo nanɔ kpekple ɖua yewo wɔm ta eyi dzi gblɔ be na ame aɖe dɔm le dziɖuɖu dɔwɔƒe megatso be dɔm le dziɖuɖu dɔwɔƒe ta nu yiwo ke nye dɔwɔnuwo nu yiwo ke nye dziɖuɖu ƒe kesinɔnuwo menye tɔ ko wɔnuwo dome gblẽ wɔnuwo zã nyamu atso dziɖuɖu atsɔ nɔ gbeli lɔm etsɔ gble atso dziɖuɖu ƒe dɔwɔʋu atsɔtsɔ me ƒuƒu ɖaka kple tɔ agble nuwo ma ƒuƒu nyamu ado ɖe kpo akɔ ge ɖe ƒe me ko ado fe ne dziɖuɖua menyo o ale dziɖuɖu ƒe dɔwɔƒe nuwo kple vevie nyenye atso be dziɖuɖua míawo ŋutɔ míate we are all part of the government míawo nye ŋuƒo yi ke dɔkta ɖo fo ke akpeɖi ne kplokplokplo dɔwɔlawo ƒe habɔbɔ hã da akpe nɛ be ya ŋutɔ ɖewo kotoku mega kɔ kpe ɖe wɔna ma ŋuti kple su be wo ɖe modzaka ne dɔwɔla alright so numawo nye nyadzɔdzɔ ɖewo yiwo ke le míaƒe ŋutoa me afia tso etsɔ ŋutsɔ yi ke va yi yo míazɔ ɖe ŋgɔ akpɔ nyadzɔdzɔgbalẽ ɖewo me we go to the front pages of our newspapers míakpɔ nukawoe le míaƒe front pages o ŋdi hã ke ɖo ŋku dzi be Ewenyigba TV le wɔtɔe le ho Ewenyigba TV ŋuteƒe wɔm míaƒe kɔɖiɖi le Afrika dukɔ ene nye menye atɔ̃ me fi ke satellite nya le ko miaŋkɔ sem amewo miaŋkɔ sem le xexea me dukɔ vovovowo me to Facebook kple YouTube fifi la ta menya fi ke ne le TV alo gaka ne mele mia me le Facebook o ake dze va tsi Ewenyigba TV le Facebook like follow share Ewenyigba TV le YouTube subscribe and hit the notification button Ewenyigba TV le TikTok na no mia me nyo kata mi gbona nya yo ke nya don yo ke mi jona mi fona mi fli na kliklikli ke choko dana re e ya bala oji le TikTok e ma nye so ho no ko Facebook a nyo kata mi la fuma son dio na nyo na ne bia kpere mi anchi adolo klimi abale ke newslings e dictionary o mene ble fola herbal clinica fa gere mi aji avena kprenchi miawe ne jibe mia do bubu na ne jibe mia de pepa na jibe mia kpere nchi la shicha nya rome alo kwejo jibe ndo na kata o mele kata na jele TV G ka yomi number kana ta yo ole mia pe TV oji alo na yo +233 242 670773 +233 242 670773 ko ka mia kosege da kabanto kadodo no mia do kacha no mia do na makina nya jojo don piarecho le fi kenale na nya jojo rejo ikena kwede shiba ahia ba atende na mare TV ojia kaje na gremi anjide mi la Ghana le Togo le Benin le Nigeria fuya okata oni topo ka o mi ankosam all right mikbo nya jojo gbala mara the Herald 1 billion legal storm over Bogoso Prestia mine to hit goldfields begins. Ayo oba Bogoso Prestia toma pa shikakunyaro le gabugboro ke gayingbe le hit goldfields pa shikakunyome ele gbana pa tadele fia makpo ayeni just ayeni Dr. Ayeni kenye ayeni kenye miapa Attorney General makpo Doctor no awe manyana Pentecost of chairman mo amagat biaro le fia na bale nyama jimi asagona vaji the Herald. All right, Great Court CEO annual leave circular clause government Akosombo fire claim. Great Court CEO annual leave circular clause government Akosombo fire flame claim. Nyajojore ke iva iko misabo be jole transformer alo grid ko ikenye miaƒe dzokaɖidɔwɔƒea le Akosombo ta emata dziru dɔmegã wobe amegakpi yi ke nye dɔmegã le fi ma yorɔ shi dzi gbɔ eŋme ke koko mi kpɔ be ohoho menya ɖe ma gbalẽ aɖe yi ke nye internal circular alo letter alo nane yi ke do kpe dzi be ɖewo na CEO alo dɔmegã boŋ be ne va dzudzɔ ʋe eyi kona be annual leave aŋ be tso ŋe vivi nya mi ble mi ɖe aŋ katã va zu setting scam mi elabe CEO of grid koa menye dziwo na resign alo step aside kaka normal annual leave ko yi nyama enya eva na be amomo dziwo ƒe nya wogblɔ mu na mi tso mi ke tuzu na dzo chichim nchiji home. So poultry farmer demands transparency, fairness in Nkiti distribution. Poultry farmer demands transparency, fairness in Nkiti distribution. Kokro nyira le gbogbo ba jiro na tu ati na me musha mu na ko chen de alek wo kokro vio yo ko jiro flaba no mana tu me fio bono ni alaba ajujo force koklo na do chogbo ta ko ma fe ya nwo na ko alright cha nya le fia ba nwo ma kokomo baron ku ba ko shira ka ba ya nya pe member parliament echo nya dare yo mo be akukọ Nkiti lo koklo vio ba ro ko fia ta yo nyingba no chi no but na no vie alaba yo ma do come vio ma I just shake my head. Alright jiruba yo akukọ Nkiti mam ta je ba akukọ Nkiti na ro ma ogbo as akukọ Nkiti ye nyese akobo e ba ro fia o le onyim le kona re me bana ogbe bie ma ka ga o ko nyime district assembly common fund there MPs common fund there alo koklo to e o ko to kuma ga alo MP o to kuma ga o ba akukọ Nkiti amoba orori onami koklo onero koklo vi onero mu gba koklo vi ene no nyiu na mo nya koklo ma marke nyi gano no nyi no ro wona na ge sama he amara koklo nyi ge o pewe o do so he me aje. All right, so the Ghanaian Times averting government crisis, government eyes 1,200 megawatts gas-fired plant. Averting power crisis, government eyes 1,200 megawatts gas-fired plant. To go on with that, if you're going you gbagbaje nklosu ejuma ga chi plore du ko kata mi kata mi anu blue common kaka gboro ta yo gbagbaje mbe yo ga ple mo sesare yuke yo no gas chom acho no ejo domne plus electric career na ga no ya mefe mama no mia BC kicks off nationwide today. Wow, beautiful. Basic education certificate examination kicks off nationwide today. Nyabio yokele kama jesuko basic education certificate examination jagomagba oh mau fama no bavana no mikata miaji nyabio kata le mtomo yoke bisi ngomba mauna na miaron kungoji mauna na popo mikaje popo mauna na tamagaru mio bobo fona ko gavare funamio alo miaron kungoji ngango to boto to miapa nyomvio kata no dedie. We wish you all the best. On behalf of Ewenyigba TV, we wish you all the best in your basic education certificate examinations nationwide. All right, Asantehini Honors Angela List. Asantehini Honors Angela List. Mikwa Asantehini to Mafia out of Angela List. Angela List is Angela List CEO of a mining company that is having a whole lot of issues. But Asantehini honors Hassan, the honor. Will turn stability into jobs, prosperity. Will turn stability into jobs, prosperity. President assures workers on May Day. All right, I'm able to couple up on the May Day, alo Labor Day, alo Workers Day. Ike jefira keva eji kireko. I'm able to couple up on blonde. Tolo katale Ghana wedding. Aleke yona jidudu. Sorry about that. Jiduru won't tefe alebe ona miapre ganya ole joji to come bobo alawe amomo ga konyi fam abale ko no fam China yo na nage to na dogo to wodu ya na ba Paul agwe ta de o jago cho gagbanyao jago cho gapanyao ple mo fa shi chi fa fu le yo nya la fu na pa mako mele majijima do jabo so ho na gbo wagu. All right, Ibrahim's Damang mine first gold sold to gold board. Daily Jizbe Ibrahim's Damang mine Ibrahim Mahama nya tu kopola John Ramani mama oche ka yo shikaku do ike nya engineers and planners gara Damang ntome shikaku ka shikagbanto ko lo anyi bon tuma oje na gold board ka mapo Ibrahim mama no tatalefia mapo gold board to domaga sami jemfi bono tatalefia. All right, Julius Deborah unveils presidential delivery unit to track progress. Julius Deborah unveils presidential delivery unit to track progress. Mapo Julius Deborah no tatalefia gbogbombe yo don na to maklo suwe jiru alo to kopla o do sha do wo mola yo no contact nam to phone moranwe ochi shona kpomyo jiru ala chito minority strips biogen naked over 44 billion losses makpo pon kruma bono tatalefia ka da nyang ne NPP dollar so takbe ham na cho ganya walo na kaganya ke pira ko glomba cho Bank of Ghana Kenya futa gajoro for Ghana fia fue agbayo dualo foi alo fide makuma ko no chasha do pona fide no ko video na ragba da fide makuma ko ike na bega 44 billion yingba nya iko yo masa gomogbero oyibo ba oba nyajojo ba yo kro avole chiranchi bo hamane jiraba ala boro baji gbogbomba yo nya ba kai ka yingba is 44 billion chidu apanya yo mala gayo mala masubona ma. Right, doom so timetable in offing ale ka chiklo panya oji nya ko du komata jirupa to kai ka kona nyapa kadinya bo Dr. Jina Popum Abagrombo Miga Chijo, like Pirama, your timetable nagami. So that's that Jidudu timetable nagami, Nyakbon to Shantome, Fikawe Joshishiga, Pomochichiga. Mahama wraps Eastern region with researching agenda tour. Mahama wraps Eastern region with researching agenda tour. All right, Taduko Club, Chayo Dile, Eastern region, hello. Japan tome le yara ke was fida. So that's that. But jobs NDC over 2024 unfulfilled promises. Mama jobs NDC over 2024 unfulfilled promises. All right. Miapa dukopola okwa okwaranto yema la fma dukopola okwanto o la kujoma ka memra ka bai vazo koshira ba mia global yo akonta biam cho du kopra professor du kopra Mahama John Dramani mama bobe onami akonta cho mi obrona mi be o ga Kenya 24-hour economy dora ka mo matona auto le sia tomelen ke kama amona bandi borona ba tro marona ba asu fongli indi atro la fongli dona alondi è troppo presente poi dona e che 24-hour economy dosa quella che la fagna glomile oba minami akonta ta ba mia be Ghana tobo yo yede bia du kopola ba mia be Ghana tobo yene bia du kopola be which did happen. All right. The Daily Statesman, BOG operating on borrowed time, minority flags policy insolvency in 2025 accounts. BOG operating on borrowed time, minority flags policy insolvency in 2025 accounts. This is my remember Vota Gajaropa Bank of Ghana, Erufe. Fia kama tu cho opo to na mo ma ka ta glo ma na go simo le we no glo so ko mo na ka manyam no o to ma ga yo ke le ka nyao chi ne MPP to le so ta pe ha mo ne so ta pe ha ma ni lo o ma la fma o le gba na o ta de. All right. Beruma demands full removal of fuel price cap policy. Beruma demands full removal of fuel price cap policy. Bila ko Beruma go roma fifia. Juruna to nya tefona du convio na mo pa shichi ji le ki kama ko ajeba amipa ashiana ijina ma du koma ko suba amidolo kata opo ba video. Juruma kano ashitan kujina ami japo bo pa shiana no didimo. Nana mo bloga yo na wele e ko no opposition ma no we nana ma. All right. Another prayer elected chair of PAP Health and Labor Committee, Anno Dumpre, elected chair of PAP Health Labor Committee. All right, Anno Dumpre, you can someone do a dream talk for South Aquama, Ilano, Tatalefia, Buchin, where the Yachi Menola, ne Dolop, Nya, Royoka, Kami, to South Aquahamanchi. All right, Kufo to headline Global Cocoa Finance Summit in London. Kufuor to headline Global Cocoa Finance Summit in London. Make what you go pro Cocoa to John. Ache kum Kufuor na matata lefia go glombe. Cocoa gajiji de cocoa shi chacha mo for gare keji ke le London. Europa duko ikenye Britain for to koduma ema mi mokpone je Kufuor pada ngo kule peng medelo kule nyang dado ba onye enye amakbari ke pegbe mi sesegrafma eyiga yanto igo do gnogaro rao funji obrogate o jamo na popo kwene popo ya mokponyaro. MPP loyal ladies expand global leadership engagement in Malaysia. MPP loyal ladies expand global leadership engagement in Malaysia. Ta MPP nyongo for ta beharima dem ngono nyama le kikakata grogutu ke wana maijila Malaysia. All right, Ewenyigba TV for Diona Jim Tony Mark-Boye ponko ya sema mile satellite G the multi TV G atakpo mile ya funo G ha Ewenyigba TV nyanko alebe mangano bebe kachacha no miamo nyeklime ona na bedire da nasa nyanko plus 2332426707773 plus 2332426707773 and your WhatsApp number ike natem azan. All right, ako check out Republic Press. BOG reports 15.63 billion loss as negative equity worsens amid policy pressures. Makbo esiama no tatalafma doctor esiama no tatalafma ikanye agbonugla ne utagajarofa pire kwa gboglombe makba le kwekeva imo asio katakata ocha agbaru ruva 15.63 billion. Yakaron kujiba minority, but no, that's not the amount. Is 44 billion dollars. All right, Mahama pushes for powerful OSP despite legal storm. Mahama pushes for powerful OSP despite legal storm. Office of the Special Prosecutor, ikanye dope ye yare kuru le nanadu dankwa kufuado ngoli ike denanku enyama jojo amalele kple amafe nuona makakame ameoke kozang alo blashire duko ga ome gagan dranyi ome tonya gbomle duko kula gbombe hiabe topo ma nanu afong dopo ma na dote walika sesi amamu fifi kla thoma fa ko suba sang holo kula fiti wala kata cholo wakota nya ewo maso regime amoba jo dopo ma roro mehia atoni jali koko nkamu la ma yo na ke ponjo so yoko ba ma pa ru dopo ma pa wa sefia menya merkare ke ola pok makli o ko ire mo ebo gbesagba menya ba do ma ga putugasim For me. Close down the OSP. All right. GJA hails Ghana's rise in global press freedom rankings on World Press Freedom Day. GJA hails Ghana's rise in global press freedom rankings on World Press Freedom Day. Ghana Journalists Association, Jururu Habobo Ikakpona ni achuchokaka lao for the Jinoji. Le Ghana kata Pajman wala malafuma. Glombe yo pobota ne Ghana alebe alabe nya jojo kaka pablo de kele fia ike nabe Ghana basutu koblaton vo ashekelia ike me ablode le de nono le nya jojo kaka la penya ele fia remata mi apoto kenya gonugla nya jojo kaka la kata globe habobo oshimano la iPhone be joint paper G. Police interdict track with all right, I can't read this. All right. AMA bans drumming, noise making, and roadside. All right, agba ke ya je ke game tomato roshi abufu ple hajiji ple spini popo hajiji no tori da la moto ple be hajra kata bejo tori da to mara bopo soro ke game to ma uja charu no pe omo du da chocho asipoli ha kata no padon. All right. Akosombo Power Station fully restored. Energy Minister Makbo Dr. Jinapono Rafma Kenya Jiru Domaga Kapona Mia Jonya Oji Bagromba Akosobonya Bomba Jochiplo Mimo Kaya Jovabimo Nka Hogwamolo here Yokotananyalo. All right, media the news center. The news center. Damang mine sells 110 kilograms first output to BOG through gold board. Damang mine sells 110 kilograms first output to BOG through gold board. No tatama kakwe garafuma tuko che Ibrahim Hama sami jenfi bokra magaro le fuma over Damang mine kanya fi ke tuko che o do ko ikura be engineers and planners va hobe akushika la fuma fanya la fi ashika kwa to ko kwa 110 kilograms. Ole, ojene fota kajarufa to gold jirufa dofe ke kwana shika shichachaji wawe plane me o choga dash no fio cho plane in your Bank of Ghana. Accounting shift gold sale masks Bank of Ghana's 44 billion loss. Dr. Bako people talk about Shikayo ka Germany la gao yeko ocho wo ma beke judo pe kenya po taga jopa do file pomene nemi de shika nyamora alomi cho shika de pa hoyo ke valo gashi ikenya gayo ke jiru poto shika jajama nemi mi ado katara le Bank of Ghana to pa kontama ke fe ko do 44 billion abo yo kwa gbana yo gbo o gbogbo fe yo do kenya 15 billion no hin kakama mo alabe guy cover to shika pa shi chachama is about 25 billion ta yo de magama katara jiru do ke pona kanya jiri gas jajra gagbagba gatutu play video jire jio de yenya profit now when you koko so gayo ke bafam to koko shi chachama majebo Europa budget ayodi da mafia fiaba 44 billion in your fake Bank of Ghana do 15.6 billion net loss 32.2 billion negative equity mathematics akpo mafuma over Juru Domaga, Dr. Siama Okafupa, Ato is forcing, Siama is working, Petogata, while also 15.6 billion in a Karurika, Tajina Bank of Ghana, Pleto, 32.2 35.2 billion yenye negative equity pirako gayo ka jiru ko de Bank of Ghana ko dona man ka ko ta fafiam ofiam ku gao efian equity capital akamaji mafumo settings on and 19.3 billion other comprehensive income laws by BOG in 2025. I don't understand. New center enya oblom nyamanya almost gabo gao o jiru gao ko fatianko kato na po gani ikafovo mi agara nyama jojoma amakpeko tokyo no bonye ore nyame engaging where the money the pass. All right, BOG sold 27.6 tons of gold for 3.6 billion to cushion losses. Oga kumomo oga take jirote oga klo awula jironchi hamoga jana jira anko Ghana dopo gomba ojira 27.6 tons of gold for 3.6 billion to cushion losses. Fiabe jiru dopo ekanya kajapo ka ngoma dede abaje shika gayopo uchi dashimana bioji ita mpipito do chichi ofrita mura ngote ba ha ya hamana mo male oni chanya beto balaji amanya pokomo new center no go for government at all. New center, this newspaper not do good job for government, man. All right, BOG posed 9.05 billion loss to gold trade in 2025. Agbana reka kwenya nya afia ma afia mi ai nagara agbana maswa nya osemo ila shinchi. The custodian. Mama pushes for law to criminalize sex for jobs. Mama pushes for law to criminalize sex for jobs. You go no tata via womba you know sex plus wa me okachona ekbedami ba ko na jiru do olo alawo ho koido sex for jobs. No what don't got bobo ma doji ma chok banave doji banave ba me nam do this my CV this is my application mo ko ba okay ka dogon fiani mare dogon la jonche ka plato ko vivi ma mona ba jira nyon plan fo do ma ko na to nyon via na ma nyao la say ya go la my go lenses. All right, busheku curfew lifted busheku toma sare ka jiru wo ba ma mona ga na ro hokaba afon nanka arabe tuda da plama so no chima o ifia o to foko samata atanu sam. BOG is policy insolvent, spends 16.7 billion to drag inflation to 3.2%, minority decrease. Oba jidudu fato fa kana fa ganya oji Bank of Ghana minyale ke mi oto adam fa tagona mi gbogbo mi za 16.3 billion mi za abe according the inflation alole ke mo ba shino ji pe didi you know we don't understand me. All right, Diamond Mine sells gold to first gold put to gold board LFI made a publisher. Okay, majibo manya nanya mapepola bonye. All right, the Ghanaian publisher, Goldboard buys Daman's gold first output. NDC pushes BOG into insolvency. Minority, Republic versus Wontumi cross-examination exposes inconsistencies in prosecution case. And Bapa stock trial, court strikes out AG's witness statements. And VIP demands 24-hour police presence on Accra Highway. All right. Publisher Boglombe du kofa nya ko chore won to minchi alaba ho sebe won manu senwaro la shika kukuma pleto nya yo la nya ji fifia ka musuba obianya won to me obianya won to fifia won to me pesanya la ha ka musuba obianya ko vito yo ka chonya ranchi chokba nya mo sosomo cross-examination exposes inconsistencies in prosecution's case. Like I want to me personally la ganja nyababia amoyo ko nya povito yoko want to me hum for pombo bufwe o jengma kukule o paba o nya masosomo Opa gbama gbajije mo so ema dana gbondo me fia bo da shi won't me jo alaka ko me no pome won't me atai molo alo ne lem ba inconsistency so lem banye akpare kapa nya jojo pakple va I le fon wa ke le titi na nya o ko de no be there inconsistencies ka won't me to get le moment akane won't me ye tokple o senyala de ko susu nya ke please bana ya when aka gbomo won't me ya ikwe akananya nya inconsistency ananya JJ Bloma then to me as a good case. Baba stock trial, court strikes out ages witness statements. Oh, enya kawenye jima jiru kwa do ke kona mahebo alo jiru kwa sanyala okunya rekoire bom cho Baba stock jiru kwa do ke kona agbamu kwififo popula o xixi adari pro totro já já do como viu o que ga kona suku viu por ngugu fuma hi wona oji o plana molu plai platon donc fifi mo hoja na ro chota o chonya ko record kakara se foi o kocho ba no ba de yoji okpum tapana yo no blunya na nya na nyo jidudu senyala para se fo kwa nkoko o ba mabalele nemi monta VIP demands 24-hour police presence on Accra Highway. Bossy, Dopo, Gare, Kuna, Lobo, joking, Massipleto, Ogbomba, Jiru, Dopo, Kapona, Miapa, the Genoji, Bovito, Mono, Moji, a shy 24-hour economy, plus where 50 Amro, I'm a phone, I'm a Dovo Jagan, what joking one on a tote. All right, daily guide. First 110 kg Damang mine gold sold to gold board. Otunfo honors Angela List. Angela List Lefuma, she's a mining guru. CRI blows alarm. Child sex abuse surge in Accra. Child sex abuse surge in Accra. Power stock trial. Court strikes out ages. 2 witnesses. BOG loses 44 billion, not 15.6 billion. Alright, that bane anya ikelo fumanya nya nya befifia maka okuru ko de vituku bodom ple nya ko aro de visio ple ofo funya ko wono arabe amaga ko o bodom alo nya ga ko yes child sex manya ntwi alo no vio so child sex aji malgwe vinji so bagbotodo panya evajimta. All right, daily graphic. Government targets fair pay. Independent Emoluments Commission to remove Article 70 distortions. Article 71 distortions. President tell workers. All right, made the onyama le fuma to kokra gomba. Jiru nshanwo plus uba mashama perfect or henle topo or nyanya te banya ngwi gali pa mo woto o khafo ame modo obo mukhafa na topo enye maso nyeba imbalance alo inequity ala topo de share play ameka na akomo ya la fotuji ameka dombu ofo hamnu alo mofo hamne mio ala fia ka jidudu wadomaga ikanye first civil servant John Dramani Mama to collaborate with young shanwo plus article 70 distortions emoluments as crash bobo boy ko kana do magan yo tafren mo kata abo to gaga drani mo e ka mana ho ga 500,000 akodare if you are cap account mo la be es gracia abo 500,000 ma ne me apo wukra ne cho direct teacher ofo ya ai anu ji jopo mo shai aka mara ho ga shi ka fu amaro le do kwaro yo ke offer allowance is 50,000 aka mena no tokpa gbo wanu yin gbogbo gbo shagbe to to khamale no ele fi shafi. All right, so that is that. Finance Minister files tax returns to boost compliance drive. Okay, da mikbo kasela to forsen le fma gbo lombe yehe ajogao ta yeho baroji ngbana aro yeho bana chojiru dope jiare gbobe to katana gbobe yehe tax do me vinyen type on one anya bottom na mashama. All right, the new publisher, last paper here, the new publisher Osahin Afayumakin, a people without culture have no direction. Mikwa Afayumakin la de woman la fiama nyavio afanyo. Jo no blafo dome, plaza fo dome. Ono ade ji mano bobo le honele bi wini papa asan ko rume aboachir festival egbonya fun nya de kai ko gbonya ba ameo kashi de kong malawa choma malinao ameo kashi de kong malawa onya fika tutu imolo. People without culture have no direction. Apong na sukuvio ha egba sukuvio bari dodo kwa wo play pa mochungu amana pass de manya kadudura pa nyanyo manya mpu pa nyanyo megba be choko ekone magic yogo jeba na chiraro asrong a pass da wo chometa apong fire mo fu akpene kokoro boy making phone wa ba mga hoko yeah. All right, Bank of Ghana in critical care minority insists 2025 loss in 44 billion, not 15 billion. Criminalize sex for jobs, Mahama. Du corporal nyagalefia, Boblombe, America, du dome ganjitum, hek bezam, bedamizam, kodok mommy. America mo dogaka, unyebe, upali melekede, unyebe, aklitolo shigbaja. Wacha she said Tomagon Makoba in a vine, Avamiadogo, ko Okudono, Abano, you load the to Copra Gomu, you load the Nanya and Bugman, a Kenya, a choky from Mona, Bugman tofu, Yahu now. Yeah. Man 33 killed over witchcraft as accusation. Family cries for justice as police probe. Stars. Try maho for blaton voton. O week bang, alabo, who is a batcher, Tonya. Unchu jare mo, Pomoto, over Fasan grabber. But we don't know Yama Jonko, Varo Fiara, Magang, Yamagango, Baim, Mahavam, that Yohiana justice. Last one here. Acrobeto maintained as Lazy Products Ambassador. All right, Acrobat to Malafma, no one knows tomorrow. Acrobat to Enye Bubludulane Liz Nkankan Products. All right, yo, Tony Mark-Boye for Indiana in ya Jim Lapin Bativiji. Gamasuma from the Tujo Piade, number Trova. Mia zorango ta mahubata shira kabarocho mia pe magbeda ubo no matrova magakashi TV ya magafi buwareko no fuma magbona.
No silence ever English dictionary ya pepe but si dictionary ya ka so afi di pasi ke. No silence ever English dictionary ya standard ton yeah. Standard, yeah. And you know the view canola basic level, and you know Americanola SHS, and you know Americanola University, a lower language, then you make a maneuver by view, and be a strong but Praha, no silence ever English dictionary, and you know her. I must make a never view Mujurapo, and be a strong but Baha, no silence ever English dictionary, and you know what, Mamma. Nella was so much than a place order Amazon. Allo number can follow screen Nigeria. Open to me to the can also but if African la Yako no silence ever English dictionary. Aqua Coveno. No silence ever English dictionary. And you talk. No silence ever English dictionary. Yateper. But see dictionary I so afi the passing K. No silence ever English dictionary standard ton yeah. Standard yeah. And you know the view canola basic level, and you know Americanola SHS, and you know Americanola University, a lower language, then you make a maneuver by view, and be a strong but Praha, no silence ever English dictionary, and you know her. I must make a never view Mujurapo, and be a strong but Baha, no silence ever English dictionary, and you know what, Mamma. nele dile boso so madene na kple atia place order le Amazon allo number yake na call screen Nigeria opo to me to ka na WhatsApp afisi afike na la nya call Nusilence Ever English Dictionary akwa koveno akpe Nusilence Ever English Dictionary enyon to
Ago. Oh, what the? Let go, Joy.
Oh, còn thế mà. Thì bà đã quên làm đồ cái tụi bụi. Ta nhà chú mắt ra đi tuổi. Một vài nhà vong sự bất lực kết lệ.
Oh.
Những mà phật phâm. Những mà ta chân mắt chung. Mà nó chỉ có vụ.
Tari nabi Abraham fi baraka inele ya pati ke tukwane gbogbo ya wa. Base hasbena di dile nuna mfia. Koko ina duna fa gare wonye ya nya pa no pasi bani ko wi wontam nya nfura mu a. Bola pasi ko ko nya ko katara ge.
Bo. Mà nó chỉ có vụ nó biết rồi.
Va vai batakalu sugo ita bi ga dade fikremon tonto. Bola pati ke wa wusielo weto fira.
Mai re vola to gbo. Ye mo no chika ko mo kpong jeje.
Vola chika no no ple. Na zama fiva na na kama fura ganao. Mashama na zi.
Nyapa to do wala to fita. Itanye za vola chika. Nya to mo toro ha. Wo za vola chika fufu jijila ama.
This Vola Piki.
Yeah.
Vola baby.
Ma una yura vola to. Ona una masa.
Vola pachika la chika drapo kata alo gado pa doyo pa mele akblawu o jango St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church atututu le hoa apo le old fashion le akwe kala hwahwe a gada woji le agodoma Yellow House Street o jango local restaurant atututu opa dopo le hudi gba o chogba chongdiga adrekla afava dashina fiega aton kala mamli da gbewa oja dogo mandiga andrekla afa adashina ndogawi efe pokana vola le 0244 512 1450
Vola
Nina ne miayi, vola va senta. Afima mi apoto yo la, nyateba vola. E viva lo, akulori le fuda now, alele le fuda now, domaru le fuda now. E chite padaka, ofuto makata, mele tomo nyidewa. E ti makolo no ba, na ile vola heba senta. Ikele jengo aplau, Victoria Park. Afima na kodoro wotu akame wa futo wo fukame fukame tutu dokata vola heba center Dr. Prosper Debeneba na kodoro come on vola
kadon kwajiba vola pachika monyuna funo nyonu yo no na ma vikle de fio mo hopo wi afo
Ago. Oh, what the? Let go, Joy.
Oh, còn thế mà. Thì bà đã quên làm đồ cái tụi bụi. Ta nhà chú mắt ra đi tuổi. Một vài nhà vong sự bất lực kết lệ.
Oh.
Những mà phật phâm. Những mà ta chân mắt chung. Mà nó chỉ có vụ.
Tari nabi Abraham fi baraka inele ya pati ke tukwane gbogbo ya wa. Base hasbena di dile nuna mfia. Koko ina duna fa gare wonye ya nya pa no pasi bani ko wi wontam nya nfura mu a. Bola pasi ko nya ko katara ge.
Bo. Mà nó chỉ có vụ nó biết rồi.
Va vai batakalu sugo ita bi ga dade fikremon tonto. Bola pati ke wa wusielo weto fira.
Mai re vola to gbo. Ye mo no chika ko mo kpong jeje.
Vola chika no no ple. Na zama fiva na na kama fura ganao. Mashama na zi.
Nyapa to do wala to fita. Itanye za vola chika. Nya to mo toro ha. Wo za vola chika fufu jijila ama.
This Vola Piki.
Yeah.
Vola baby.
Ma una yura vola to. Wanaula masa.
Vola pachika la chike drapo kata alo gado pa doyo pa le afblawu wo jango St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church atututu le hoa apo le old fashion le apoi kala hwahwe a gada woji le agodo Yellow House Street wo jango local restaurant atututu opa dopo le budi gba ochogba chongdiga adrekla afaba dashina fiega aton kala mamli da gbawa oja dogo mantiga andrekla afa wadashina ndogawi efe pokana vola le 0244 512 1452
vola
Nina ne miayi, vola rasenta. Afima mi apoto yo la, nyadeba vola. Fifa lo, akulori le fuda now, alele le fuda now, domaru le fuda now. Achite padaka, ufuto makata, mele to wonyi dewa. Eti makolo no ba, na ile vola heba center. Ikele jengo aplau, Victoria Park. Afima na kodoro. Wotu akame. Wakuto. Wofukame. Wofukame tutu dokada. Vola heba center. Dr. Prosper Debeneba. Akodoro. Come on. Vola.
kadon kwajiba vola pachika monyuna funo nyonu yo no nama vikle de fio mo hokwaye fo.
All right, mi afro bolo kama suba mi agara nyawo majujoma ka anya gbanto ke lenye jiji afia banya jujo kakala enye Ghana leaping to 39th in global press freedom rankings. Ghana leaping to 39th in global press freedom rankings. Ghana has made a significant stride in press freedom, climbing 13 spots to rank 39th out of 180 countries in the 2026 World Press Freedom Index, according to Reporters Without Borders. This marks the country's highest ranking in 5 years, with improvements across all 5 indicators, including political contest, legal framework, economic contest, sociocultural factors, and safety. The RSF report attributes Ghana's progress to a more enabling environment for journalism, with stronger safeguards for press operations and fewer restrictions. Ghana's overall score improved to 72.2, up from 67.13 in 2025, reflecting gains in multiple areas, including legal protection, political environment, and economic conditions for media. So Felix Ofuku-Sukwache was the one who made this known, and he said that it reflects the sort of work that we continue to put in and the efforts that we make to guarantee the rise of Ghanaian media to practice safely. Me pon polo nya gbanto ke lo ya fe ke nya ke majimi ajalo nya ke mo de domenya Ghana pangoi abe afora rebi etonson e fia ba Ghana eto do comme wi etonchi bazu do ko blaton wo shekra ba Ghana legba le du ko garo dome ka ni kana Ghana banle menye wo we mama yo kama majimi ajo political contest over Ghana fia akola du koroma matem nya te fotogo matem fuga chacha du ko branche bono kujiba minya mayire kola tepo la Togo ala chauffeur que comme tu diaji na de attaque pas mal au pouvoir mano ajero mano irengo ko fukulano miama alba danyagano magbe aba danyano kwa me kimi no ajero ma ko no nyaro bia me jo du konchi leke ngojim du kome ko ya de ma pe nya ro ma ba gere ma ya de ma chi to kra ku ko akpo be danye ga no nya fun be no abota fun na no ye yong be a chuchu nya mo glo ma a ju ma be bia a be ma jinye de go ta le to wo fia amara tanye gendarme atanye asoja voa ano hukum ano tasi dom manyana ba glo nyare ko ka dero kyo nyame if you have a political climate e dunya duko wanya duko wanya dume viomo tadango e mai malo nyanya le policia democracy kan so mina swe demo amao demo nya amao la latin fo gbeme kratos nya muse egwea da no be democratos amao fo nuse gakene nsemala maosia ka autocratos nya me ekepo nse yin amere we ya de me ade gbakofo ya de me nya ade gbakofo oji ba lo ni ashi ala bovo ma nyaro ko wo amaro ha ko jiro won ya wa gbonko ka nya fi ko la gba dana mala no mo o wa gana yingo ala be political climate enyo elo malo enwa mi to ekwenye mi to ahwedemo mahwedemo afo mito yiko jemiade ko jemiade janku americana bo mo ga gbele fanya bo ben shawe dare tv jo Trump kra Donald Trump ka uwe ozunyon ozosom ozunyon do pioto do botale la bagra shivayi lo ko kwe ha kwa amare krawo Trump l'America Trump will no so some no room but that is horrible, that's nasty. Yeah, you must have been nasty. I blame you kaka no neighbor as a president you must not be petty. As a president must not be petty. I to corporate major when you have Ghana. When you shout out your ball amaro, cartooning is part of journalism. Cartooning, ye kwevato panawazu aeba. Zingaro, we maimo zingaro na te Ghana, or kuje zingaro te Ghana per map. Uten kurema. Ye a maima politician that should think he's a finance minister. Or not kalaze, kalaze galon, or tera from kerosene energy. O joga chiga kalaze mono kukuno bakmana Ghana. If viare hanya opposition. Bebeto mano a kalaze Ghana uge. Mokata okwesiana koko fika maole kon bagble yaji. Fika monyara bo. Bagble yaji. Amagbetonya kuna nyobya magbetone tete kwana no bya gbetoru beto tofu. Tu chochome. Beto tofu le nonome. Tanola wona 50-50 gero. Tare, nemi mi arasio nchigbe o mi obloko. Nyasi nyasha obloko ruinajide. There will be corruption. Lord acting. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And on Poncho Roman Catholic who had gapon on la papa and she, but papal infallibility in a papa gonya, what a church papa and Christo passage, the Pope is sitting on the seat of Christ. Apostolic succession, apostolo, apostolo, Antonio Petro, Ike Yesube into Aro, Plato, Chefopagbo, ma Plato. Ta apostolo kwa Peter Petro kwa Petro mai papa banto ta papa kata hika kata me fiu le ke du katoliko haja kata ole du fama nya sanya gbolo pochocho ma no nchu amo be Petro ka Petro ya ke gbang le Yesu bo e gblo mi la. There is no way America are no infallible. Gake acting bano glonya no corrupt but power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Na nyanya no la nsenya la shiu America ta ko mo ko you be a corrupt person. And absolute power means power unchecked. Absolute power but to me akpacheche nse totete no ishi America ta ko mo America ta bien nyare ko. Na ma duvu nya gana la du kosha du koi comme du comme avion mote bianya du kokrola mote bianya du maga mote bianya no roko no la manyaga onyana manya mu fa nya go mi lo du kokrola ta fa no mbo nya ana lo gbon ko na me shaka mo duvu nya bora du kokrola la won ku ba du kokrola ko nya autocracy ko nya mo duvu ko wuna me ko cha tronchi nya jojo kakala nya jojo blola me ko kuna china jojo wuna kabantori o mo yona mo o bunara ma jio ko kona yo ko wa ko logbo ma yo tama ni le tamane ma nya du ko ndo mo tole ko e be jakpata ma ni le fi ko yi jakpata be le fi ma nya ko yi nya mo gbo ta gumo no kiro no fo nya jojo blo fo chonchi alo bi nya re to fo alo de takete ukolo volan ona ya khama jar ko kona yo si nyama ko bogola akala nyaonya takuma am tovu yo tadu assassins mima sila gana ko bo chonya ni joka ka ko no mata directive ba ji ko obia nyama me bi kana ya Japan interview are kana di ba evidence ke li ba amya ka kwa nyaye bro link to it. As I said, that's the next point, legal environment, legal framework. Now, a so ma a sal baba kweli na sal ye fiafio wo so we am do vo imagine afina as member of parliament a guy na ganala me vivike na la be to ganala juyo ko juge ale ko unko fudige ale you have to have tough skin mama grandma you have to have tough skin mama be ke yenye tukopora shibanto ye va your position you go by election akaye o yo ebe na gaba not as far you strong lo dina mata strategy kaka yo le jivu e blanco ba ko demako experience and you have to have thick skin, tough skin. Mion to ale ke mi junam eju vivi foi ke mi junam en na be ameke du kopola nyega ade wonya masi ke beta bo sai pon kuma sai agbaza na train abe wele e ya ta na mo ba gresa ta pe ha ma ka saro ko wona but then am ya jinya pe press freedom jo ta eduko mata yingo ne fiafio nya sawala o nya jojo kakalo mata no problem na mayu ke sawo nya matuvu ta Ghana pa ablore kali ala ba sawo de nya jojo kakaji Ghana pa bore kali ala ba dunya haha bikata min shang pon chen shang makoko economic conditions a faitu iko khana nya jojo kakalo so yokali achoga yoke ko homle nya jojo kakaponchi like conditions for the media mi o ko fufu yo ko ba Ghana yingo chifia the hikama duko aba duko alofa of plejivo lofa of blaf plejivo kata to Ghana ile te ko black on vo shekelia le nya jojo kaka omoga ya jojo kaka la olemu awo mi se Ghana National Fire Service to ofu nya jojo kaka lare e ma la fmabo mi se patagba ofu nya jojo kaka lare nkeke yo mo akpamo mo mo joge bodon chuchu piare hogabe alaba mana nyama ko pere kavaro na gereche nyajonya press in Ghana press nyajojo kaka le Ghana le Togo le Ghana le Borema vututu Ghana level aba nyajojo kaka la blore Gake, the question is economic freedom daily. The politicians over owners of stations, how independent will the station be? And the own stations, so what it is there? How powerful, how liberated are they? Independent. I'm very independent. Trust me on that. I go for a short break. I hold on to you. Let me trouble. Oh.
No silence ever English dictionary. But see dictionary I so fi passé K. No silence ever English dictionary standard ton standard
yeah. Talk by Abraham.
And you know the American basic level, and you know American SHS, and you know American university, allow the language you want. Then you make my never by you, and they are strong but Praha, no silence ever English dictionary, and you know how I'm a American and never be modular for, and they are strong but Baha, no silence ever English dictionary, and you know what, Mama. Nella Zilla was so mad than a player. I place order le Amazon. Allo number can I call screen Nigeria. Open the method can now sub. I see African la. Nya call no silence ever English dictionary. Aqua coveno. No silence ever English dictionary. And you talk. Oh.
Tanya tuma traditoy. Ewenyigba kple.
Oh.
Nenga fam. Nenga tuma tumu. Manachiko.
ﷺ Abraham fi baraka inele ya pati ke tukone gbogbo ya wa base hagbena didile nuna fia koko ina duna fo gare wonye ya nya fa no pati bani ko wi wontam nya nukuro wa bola pati ko ko nya hoko katara gbe
bo manachiko ku no ke plolo
vai batakalo sugo itabi gada de secrement tonto bola pati ke wa wusielo wetofira
Mayire vola togbo. Ye no Chicago. Mokpong jeje.
Vola chika no ple. Na zama. Fiva nana kama furaga nao. Mashama nazi.
Nyapa toto wala toto fita. Itanye za vola chika. Nyato matoro ha. Woza vola chika fufu jijila ama.
This vola piki.
Yeah.
Vola baby.
Mauna yura vola to. Ona masa.
Vola pachika la chika drapo kata alo gado pa doyo pa mele akblawu ojango St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church atututu le hoa apo le old fashion le akwe kala hwahwe a gada woji le agodoma Yellow House Street ojango local restaurant atututu opa dopo le budi gba ochogba chongdiga adrekla afava dashina fiega aton kala mamli da gbewa oja dogo mandiga andrekla afa adashina ndogawi efe okana vola le 0244 512 1450
vola
Nina nemiayi vola basenta afima mi apoto yoyola nyadeba vola efi valon akulori le fuda now alele le fuda now domaru le fuda now achi de padaka ofuto makata mele to wonyi de wa eti makolo no ba na ile vola heba center ikele jengo applaud Victoria Park afima na kodo wotu kame wa wofuto wofukame ofukame tutu dokada vola heba center Dr. Prosper Debeneba na kodo come on vola
kadon kwajiba vola pachika monyuna funo nyonu yo no na ma vikle de fio mo hopo wie vao
Ago. Oh, what is? Let's go, Joy.
Oh, very ma. Ibada kple mlomo. Keke tu poi. Tanya tuma traditoy. Ewenyigba kple.
Oh.
Nenuma fefem. Nemaka tama tumu. Mama chiko. Obulo.
Dari nabi Abraham fi baraka inele ya pati ke tukone gbogbo ya wa. Base hasbena di dile nuna fia. Koko ina duna fo gare wonye ya nya pono pasi bani ko wi wontam nya nfuro mu a. Bola pasi ko ko nya hoko katara gbe.
Bo. Mama chiko ku no kple.
Vai batakalu sugo ita bi gada de sikremon tonto. Bola pati ke wa wusielo weto fira.
Me yire vola to gbɔ ye me nɔ tsika kɔ me kpɔm dzedze.
Vola tsika nono ƒle ne zama fiva naneke mefu ɖe gena o mesiame ne zi.
Míaƒe dzodɔwɔwɔ le dzodoƒi ta yita míeza vola tsika. Mía dometɔ aɖewo hã woze vola tsika ƒoƒo dzizi le eme.
This Vola pikin. Vola baby.
Mawu ne yi ɖe vola tɔwo wɔnawo le amesẽ.
Vola patsikawo le atikedzraƒewo katã alo ge ɖe woƒe dɔyɔƒea me le aƒulawu wodze ŋgɔ St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church tututu le xɔa akpɔwo le old fashion le aƒoe ke le xɔƒoea ge ɖe wo dzi le agɔdome Yellow House Street wodze ŋgɔ local restaurant tututu woƒe dɔwɔƒewo le ʋuʋuɖigbawo tso gbe tso ŋdiga adre kple afa va de asi na fie ga atɔ̃ ke le memli ɖe agbewoa wodze adɔ gɔme ŋdiga adre kple afa va de asi na ŋdɔ ga wi2 ƒoka na vola le 0244 512 1450.
Vola.
Yo miapen bolo panami be milik plim la ba ti wiji ma khodum chuchu bi ma ba kho ba da shi chu miap ma ba da mo vola herbal clinic ple new slings a dictionary da panami be mialo dom plemi mialo domi plega alo miap mo fo ple no tata o je jam tv o je shai check up mi ala be nyakbere mochi nyakbere ngolo kwa ashicha nyauma na be adogbubu ajiba tuona se yonko hikakata na nyaya kwa mbati bela fia mila woto la ho jimfuga hostel negre maji ko nyakbere mo right nyama ko pele bonye elikam chome bo elikam wezo
Nakuyo mia vele toji
jo mari
da pele mabe mo kakera mi kwa ya fole useme.
All right. Enyare le gbonye ike nchimo no do nchafi na ba enye nyajojo kaka yo kele gana ro mia pa nyajojo kaka do na eje hikaka tamu la fifia o le du kwa ba hikama du kwa sa do ma du kwa ba du kwa alo fa bla von heina o ele hikama fia robo yo nyetuko ama obo yo malo regio ta over 2020 going que 50 hours on jaba mia gana mia wele te po black ton vo a shekeli ale nya jojo kaka ankware me ala be political environment alo dunya ha ora shinya jojo kaka ro down dunya ma bo me America pa level ne Trump dogo shi e amafu nya jojo kaka ro kona mi pro donam ni abienya now he do dakenya dumi po du kokora po na ma o nyanchiro na ni direct na mo afi weekly press briefings only ala press call le White House o nya jojo kaka po mo nte po kata o chia na accreditation for dollar le White House do van diko do ko no mo makun ano paro moton ano mo mo ano do don la akemi o ma lina ni na abayo mo le jwa nko abayo kranya nya sesengaka ono micro kono tune trambe siagbe tramblang ujipura interesting the political environment in bank Go so Aleniashi cover or them when Yajoka Caraba, Markmata and Yanchu. Kakana and Maki, Mata to me for Yajoka Blamio. Economic environment. Ube Yajoka Woda Bom. Jaro Lene Yajoka radio last year, a dog which room south on ya. My room by China, fear and maybe question about, hey, you will. But the Poma question to elders because they are a Communist Party, a Council of Elders. Oh, don't do the parable Markama Kapunamo, Miko Boloko, Elefana. And that's what is also helping China in a way. I got my phone on radio, Jano time is no, go and work. You start working from 6 a.m. I radio, I don't play from children, I'm not got tools. So this is the issue, these are the issues. Me give me a great honorable.
Yo, I pekaka, Apamaja Koma, do Bene, Bemba TV Polakata. Then descend the open mother there, Bemba TV Bene, Senya the two. Medu Benemia MP, Regional Minister Kple, and Mokata making sure the municipality are running. Just that there are a few roads where he may over the weekend before the municipality. Ewenyigba was open up some of these towns where villages are communities which they will have access to the capital city and then over business transactions which are not open now. They are really dodgy. I think they are more to do, but they are really dodgy. Yo, I pay the ranking in Hiva. Noko efiabe under the current dispensation to throw door le vava enu ye door le di ima to ko mucho enu ke to le di fifie under this current administration without looking at efike hemicho afibado feel somewhere 2023 when the ranking ever out of the 180 countries were Ghana etoji blood devil evelia 62nd, somewhere 2023. Then fast forward 2024, Niva Platogo evelia, 2025 Niva Platon, and then 2026 Niva Bla Etongo Asieke. Ta if you have a Jitu ya Elenanewa, may restrict journalists were beno to certain line. Allo menabe journalists were for journalists who use the forces attack allo awolela. No. If you are a journalist, you are doing your work genuinely. Ele do wonuela no correctoa. Ele sure be amede kema ma defuna. But under certain administration, like journalists, who make probably that to journalists who let to call me. And up to now, Imenyaleke case survive. Who work with the new government, that's what people call a case my visit. So some of these happenings were affect me image globally. There was a time Manasseh Azuri comment though I published video there about documentary there about MPP top recruitment in the Flagstaff house or something like security recruiting people undercover. When I show the don't story imagine. And there were allegations, but because of that, I'm only attack no attack it at the point to provide police protection over the South Africa a whole lot. And Yantom ever deny you if you have any and not if you have that is the level at which press freedom and or restrict allow LSO controlled. But under the current administration, now another fine. Okay, at the point where I'm back the threats. Allo yana mope life traitor. Kimi fini ya wa okay, profitoa, people profito me afre. Kake aside that, he make one na kebe jisi bomre shobe yana be me abe ranking HIC. You know, proud to 2016 elections so. Me say Manasseh Azuri about the president then ADM about the quantum canazoid issues though While plus Satanya Gede. At the end of the day, even though yes, I'm all commentary to about NDC, may attack you, may provide police escort you. The same person I can go like to the president who meet on a secret aside allegations were put. That shows how tolerant the NDC government is. Even though ne history, you know where the history, you know how the history is. No, we are so tolerant. There's some of these views where play comments whether they're in favor of the NDC or not. We are so tolerant, very accommodating. Yeah, sure with this coming of the NDC, the reset agenda and the JDM, the second coming out. Yeah, I can ranking one nabe o okadidi to efike hole. So it's a good news. Me sure be investors so make it touch here to invest in the media. One of convinced that yes, the media space is not so polarized. Many politically skewed, politicians where dictate the agenda of the day, dictate how you are supposed to talk, how make one objective. Here, no environment I knew. So investors were all ready to come in. And then investors are all ready to come in. I feel that your economy will grow. The economy will develop because investors are coming in, they are pushing money into the economy. So this is not surprising because under NDC government, we've noticed that this is even between 2012 to 2016, it's the same thing. The whole it's good news. I think for the media to everybody not happy, but at least they now have the freedom to work and make money. But there's that in as much as yes, ranking the great all in your favor. The fear better, as I'm your more. I cause threats, I don't have no threats, I'm over agro, agro, I like Banya Kitomelema, Yagro Al. Make sure anyone you and anyone you can at the agro, a hold government accountable objectively, then make sure the subsequent rankings were gradually, I can you let me the fish. I better me a dodgy.
Yo, and an uncle where Jiru Kavaya. The tuamo beto Jiduya Vancho Miss above National Fire Service store or for journalistaro or who gala shikra or galo pesme Ronkunya Magia Miss ha soja or a soja ha or for journalistare cho GH1 journalistare no affected Pluto ta ofon for baka en shando ko chen ne abo malam na mori makboba nyama ejebe mi oha mi aja ba puta ne nyama le nyaawo nya devoma
yo akpe de leki ekunuta yes enogbogbolobe fire service kple military but the shop fire service nyama hetwa o interdict officer ma involved. And then, yes, who interdict go if you have Oli Okutaranya investigation, no college, and Malaysia, no, who fit one, no, say outcome. But the good thing, many work for the MP there, a photo menamio. Allo, you want go politicians, well, journalists who attack you. But private individuals or in their space of work, so it is easier one investigate and have punish. I cannot pass the politician here, and I believe me, miss a politician, they can cover behind a journalist, then maybe I know a different issue. Okay, interdict and investigations are always Malaysia. Some of these things, and maybe a question Malaysia would have access to. The status like a case like me topic from there. But the good thing here make many politicians they attack me and okay politicians who are journalists attack we actually it sends a very bad image crying with the private individuals and American earlier. after investigation, you have the outcome.
Yeah, like nyemanya kena fi wo vivi na ole gbegbe be enye politician lo menye politician panya ala who cares? The important thing is that we don't want journalists to be attacked. Ni kama jomi le ni ke hena mi nyewe omoga ofunya nya jojo kakala o ta ala nye politician no ala nye povito ala nye soldier enya be afiaro abena itugwa a soldier a politician o dona ukata o de tabune to kokora reka to amukata no gbe for the past problem na ikeba yiko iya dema ikonya iya dema ha okonya ta na opon yo wonyale mu a wonyale mu re de to kokora konkoma alofia be soldier malo povito malo alo de jisa foma lebe jima elle du cop politician ji enya go se me ta ela uma be asoja ka pe mu na kata me fi abo soja ta mi le jomi le nye nya jojo kakala for de no and abroad e kamole le jejele mi apa tv oji a mi popoge be mi na meta ai and na mi rankings alo mekele do for banto do for velia do for tonia do for nela ma je mi tv oji ke meta ai be top 50 countries for press freedom in 2026 ta zinga tonva ya yeko o publish me ako meta ai have all the updates ta no you fungi fi na be meta ai what are the top 50 countries for press freedom in 2026 to come back because I'm interested me a nice discussion me see me ba TV na la gba le TV okata dome le amuganto in fact me amuganda de ka bona fiaro ga na nya sepagbe ene masem ko nso so na de to ale gbegbe nya no ngo pa ta mi ji mi onane and we are doing mojo, that's mobile journalism da ni wo mi la funji kala ko nya jojo nye da no nye mu jo funji ai me fia kana bujan pla mari fifila le to ko fifila ata na ro gban fifila la plus 23242670773 ji ko miawo nya mamoton me hia be fia bin go nya to camera de taba mi la monji bona bo mu poto mona mi haro. Okay, so meta AI top 50 countries for press freedom do ko Antonio Norway. No, you see mejibi on we honorable me agara ma fie because America for America Trump nya to jo kakalo jumbe shagbe. In Jordan, we have a question to America about the to the Hilton Hotel, where Hotel Hoshiada America. You have a Hilton. Nyajojo kakala ko domle nyajojo to Trump asama o ina party alodina ko Trump have fans vice president of ma amembo no mutu ya ko ba security post fi ko mo scanamle ko to the ramodum about the to angolo mbe ya menye peji job America mo buna nyongo rapist elunere poster man na nye to kokoro na Trump va edidi guy ko chona na CDC Center for Disease Control amokota corona amokata je research eto mega kokoro edidi guy na chichao bele America nye kafla woman to alo gamano shito review education. You know, Department of Education, a cat support. No more than Department of Education, for Center for CDC. A cat, and I'm a teacher. Kra, Dovak Blenny, read the Trump act better. And Yajoka Calabia, dear question, Trump, you are very horrible. You are an embarrassment. Bear a postman which has the word rapist inside. I'm not a rapist. But shall with Trump to carry on for Yajoka Calata, Mira Pukunya, Bomina, America, Malangona. Let's look at something interesting.
Oh, but even you have a rank in America.
Yes, it Majima Denmark, America. No. Number one here, Norway. 97.72 global score. Netherlands in Jukovela 88.92. Estonia 88.54. Denmark 88.47. Sweden 87.61. Finland Adelia 86.22, Ireland 85.93, Switzerland 84.83, Luxembourg 84.14, 4.14, don't make me 84.14. Portugal 83.71. Czech Republic, interesting. Czech Republic 83.03. Czech Republic Iceland 82.77. Liechtenstein 82.62. Germany 82.17. Du ko yo fa le bebe. Fiaro kra abak po Victor Emilio. Ala la ma onye seji wolo. Honorable serious thing lo.
Oh yes, sure.
Nigeria de amak po Victor po kakere o mele. Ya you see, we are intrinsically lawless. Even grab Povitobo back, Yapo fire extinguisher. No, we be man. Fire extinguisher for program. Taka and young boom near the Liamian. What do call it? Do call fund for Norway? For Sweden la. Switzerland, Fiaro Gram of Povito Boggle Street Jew.
Yeah.
Look, camera to a Katanko. Okay, next set of countries 15 about Lithuania, 16 Belgium, 17 Latvia, 18 United Kingdom, 19 Austria, 20 Canada, 21 South Africa. I shake my head.
Also,
okay, I remember the phone bag
that's all press. So the press all look at a second all they protect the journalists way. Play a journalist who would they attack on journalists way. The
Africa, you may Kakamena, you
this one not to Kakala. That says super safety, the salary fine, he may concern unless nobody maybe the safest country in the world, that locally to maybe like specifically
freedom for time to think of it, Nanged a blooded the Malaf more, Aleko more from Kramano Tachanga of Funojo. Every Jiruma Bavone, Mao. Jiruma cover chung majuta ruma hita utuma puna Ghana vyo for kutu angomana Nigeria vyo kata mi koma shai. Yeah, so maybe that. All right, New Zealand 22, 23 Namibia, 24 Fiji, 25 France. Interesting. Ofika France there. Jamaica 26. Ewon kuna. Hey. Interesting. Poland 27, 28 Taiwan, 29 Spain, 30 Timor Leste. Epo dukoro ye yo ma baba he. Abobo vota koro kisi dukoro mi le skumenya oro. 31 over Moldova. Ona bosse to kuma bo. Moldova. Nya no si Paul. 32 Trinidad and Tobago. 33 Austria. 34 Suriname. 35 Seychelles. Seychelles are the South Africa side of it.
Yes.
South Africa side. Seychelles Island. Small ya santi wakbele otu enga shanti fi agbanto yike o ye vuva o yo hobare vuntia. Small over daro gaga. The kapula fuma o di da fuma over the kaka okwegbe. Okwegbe cha so Seychelles Island. Na o musango fumanya ye vuva tokotonya. All right, Slovenia 36, 37 Slovakia, 38 Costa Rica, 39 Ghana, 40 Cape Verde, 41 Montenegro, 42 Mauritius, 43 Gabon. Oh, Nkulu. Tal Africa, South Africa, 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 South Africa, number 1.
Yes.
Ghana, number 2. Gabon, number 3. 44 Dominican Republic, 45 North Macedonia. Seychelles is also an independent country now, so it has to be South Africa, Seychelles, Ghana, Gabon, Suriname. Elle Jamaica, elle South America, Suriname, Africa. Okay, yeah. All right, so I think this is what 45 North Macedonia, 46 Gambia, 47 South Africa, 48 Uruguay, 49 Romania, 50 Armenia. America,
South Africa, Namibia, second.
Okay. Okay, Namibia la fuma.
Namibia second.
Okay.
Then abe Seychelles abe Ghana va.
Abe Gabon va.
Then kple. Gabon, Mauritius,
Interesting.
So I think that yeah, so yeah, came in the criteria about journalists over safety I'm only journalists who are play threats on journalists' life, they call them to comment. Are they abusing journalists both online or physically or whatsoever? Aside that political interference in the work of journalists, but they call them. Yes, how media owners call fund the local of activities will handle. So a lot goes into it. I can sure the major ones are the threats. The open life were killings and all that. I'm sure the ranking and focus much on because a threat to somebody's life with at least I make it all informed number have access to information in at least part of the human right the most important aspect. And so that is why I'm sure this government is doing so well in that regards. And I've been moved from 62, 50 to 50 and now 39. And sure next year maybe looking at what is happening in South Africa recently, and other countries, so I'm sure they'll be competing with South Africa and Namibia to at least go to the first spot. And no, just internationally, globally, there is some kind of leverage, reputation there. As I mentioned earlier, there are investors or one are able to and one are ready to invest in media, in journalists because of the country is safe for the media and journalists to do their work and do it dispassionately. Now, there's a program, GM Eastern Region over here, journalists, they will selfie. Even though it's not part of selfie, so at least there's no barrier to how no access the president also, at least that leverage is there. And then the
selfie journalism. Okay. If you have tolerant.
Yes, tolerant. So yes, and then the fire service issue. Yes, most of over 10 of them, but I make a lead is on the tradition and Spanish as well. The fire service over you liaising with the Ghana Police Service by investigating and nearly why resolve. I'm sure after no resolve, like them is seven children. The message about more for okay, go the careful. And then we just see whether Annabe and more confidence, electoral, academy in some of these things. Whether the show after investigation, one now and I can help to give us or build more credibility. And then America may have the right to attack journalists in the course of a work. America may America say, but attack America, let it do now. At least now I may let the owner me like one, may have attack you. What the new communication is very important. Well, maybe area can make a benefit. I will let them you with the attack piano, to me because I feel that you have the the right, but you don't have the I see. So for me, I think it's good news for the country. And it just emboldens and motivates us to do more.
Quickly. Ta Mejimiakbo America, Bele Togo, Gomiada Shinyanji. America, 2026 World Press Freedom Index, but United States is ranked number 64 with a global score of 62.61%. America. Le America press me du couple la kple muona aleke nyajojoka kala o fa kachacha le du couple la madome ike onya kpore mgblo ke nya tochi onya nsoso na mi ke ni va lo Togo is ranked 90 la nyami le 39 lo nyano vi mi akosan Togo amo me le fi amolo na me shi na Togo e shai Never open up your message you know about you to work, you'll be amazed. Togo kika du kokatako 90 ye Togo le.
Togo. Togo 90.
Yeah, Togo is 90.
90,
yeah. Da boring blakawe mi bakponcho America le mi apofuno ji fia. Yikaji mi agere Ghana. Atato chiro ble nkai adam na tadu ne mi ano jopele mi akosana Togo nka ota wakopere ajojo kakanchi le to common.
Yeah, so like for example, America, Donald Trump second coming here. I'm over ele bias towards some media houses who hopeful be aligned and omele ya ibe egbejiwo. Da neke eketo hole critical questions obiala who I no wa for be omele ibe side so no me my one. So already ne was be I you are not omele balanced. So you are only okay with eke favor. Kiminege eke o me favor allo football only trying to be accountable. Then you are biased towards them. The American people get energy, and even some of them are very don't Trump journalists were don't actually tell us the damn question in the FBI. And yes, and some of these things it doesn't help. Then but if you like a help on the if you are not tolerant, you are indirectly attacking the person. So that is for me probably one aspect there. And even the aside that one, also there's political interference in how to skew information to make the government look good. Another determine the agenda and all that. So media houses they're not complaining. I think there was a time CNN don't question them reason the attack on the CNN reporter.
People are fake. People are horrible.
You see, people are fake and horrible. It doesn't help. So whenever you are not giving the press the freedom, then they actually don't ask objective questions to talk here benefits. Country agree to also that in a way affecting. And then America too, journalists do in 2026. So far, about attacks about 170 attacks on journalists. 2025 attack 2026 without much investigation. What really ailed them? So all these things they account for why we drop cover FEMA because the journalists will attack about 170 journalists attack some killed that. Then definitely it will affect the ranking. I'm sure they are definitely in America but do FEMA.
Yo, we have a message so no Vavam. Richard Do message from Richard Benny King. Have a good morning. Have a TV. I'm watching you live from Abuzume. Abu Jacob. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Richard. My message. You to keep sending a message and okay, and let's keep spreading the good news. Don Akbe Maovi Selassie. Have a good morning to me. Kudos to Ewenyigba TV. All right. Ke mi apota kple mi akpɔ be dukɔ neni le xixa kata me gbogbodò hafi mi position kpɔm. So dukɔ neni le xixa me. How many countries we have in the world? The most common answer is 195 countries. The breakdown here we have 193 UN member states, 2 observer states, and the Holy See or the Vatican City and the state of Palestine. Oh wow! But we go classify Palestine that. Because I was saying 200 and something, 220. That's what I was thinking. The most common answer is 195. 193 onye duko yokele hikam duko te pofu habo bombe iko khwidema be over ban over sokle ro o wore wona ojita o khwidema bonye duko. They are 193. Ke duko me varonya observer state so duko me venya observer state so yi gomere get pire ke Holy See alo Vatican City enye Italy fika papala fuma ala rukushela Italy that du come vele hikama na ma Swaziland kama zo Swatiland or Eswatini so you can you ko Swaziland ko Swaziland kala bano papo hoji Swaziland enye du kode Africa South Africa pokran Holy See alo Vatican City ha to bele Italia du come pepe ha ala rukushi and the Pope is the head of that interesting city. So that is that. 193 member states, UN Hodeme, Omovenya observer state. So we'll look at what that means. Holy See, Vatican City, if you have a state of Palestine, I won't plan it over if you are Palestine. UN. I need buy Palestine because Fika Yomla by Palestine, UN. I think May 15, 1948, but Fuma Israel Fanyba. But also Bibla Mapa boundary over Fuma Israel Fanyba. About Israel Yabo Maparofarica song. So 1934 to 1948, Markamon of Mota, Palestine Sovan of Mano, Open Lawn on Mafma, on Kuchon of Ma, and my Israel to call Bagudu scattered tribes. It was prophesied in the Bible. Well, over in Germany, war in a Holocaust, Adolf Hitler, Kakaka. Ado Yival America, Adola Congo, Adola Egypt, Adola Nigeria, Adola Africa, Adola Ghana, because you get even Ghana so crop with you chop from all of we all believe we are from that place. So that problem because there is Chakla Chala, Malakanya Curriculum, and Yatapo, and Bamakalami, Palestine is already occupying there. So that's the problem. That's why the state of Palestine is standing alone. But it depends on how you count it. So 193, if you don't count a full member states, and 195 is a figure most textbooks and sources use. So UN member states is 193 plus 2 observers. Then 197 if you include places with limited recognition like Taiwan and Kosovo. About Taiwan, me finding by China, finding by Kosovo, Russia, finding by, that problem is also there. So 237 if you count all territories, dependencies and disputed regions like CIA World Fact book there. So disputed regions only. Even a voter for recreation, Tobima, voter European Caroli, Sedoli, Yoto ammunition, she never pon your car. They are 234, 238, Milasha Pamanchi, TVGML. Honorable Mia Fota, we will be done. So I mean, we have so many countries. Yes, so many countries, but an example, then are the Nukajo, the Ghana, Togo, the US, that Togo, Togo have long history with the Nasingbe Yadema family, and throughout history, over time, no power, and so whatever hopeful, okay. Here nabe yobe do alo yobe ma jejua. You have to make sure that you fight them. So at the end of the day, if the media here call information or call number here bronya number was similar, is curtailed. Here we are dictate the agenda, what they are supposed to say. Always painting the government there, at the end of the day, the system is politically polarized, so whatever the government wants, that is what is churned out. Many are more independent views when I'm like a Ghana, I'm more on Bola. I'm on a problem and Togo. At times, we're looking at Togo, where then you can feel like that is what that's about the system. LSO street, looking that kind of access menu. Hello, yes, so the government controlled the information that is even given out. I think that it's a challenge, and at the moment, to Ghana, but yes, at least, even though we made the first spot here, but there is some freedom. Then over the period, yes, I'm over on a demonstration, Togo, just recently there was a demonstration, videos, also Jalabo chasing, the local more you clicked away.
Yeah, so for me, I think that is something that we do not work on, and the only thing we don't allow to go officially multi-party democracy state. But I may say, yes, so that at least I can hear and what I do like a family, the Calendar skill, definitely press freedom will be curtailed or limited. That even if you show the president to he can easily at least excuse me to say I will, because they are controlling everything. So as I said, net check, we see Togo has about 234 media outlets and all that, and most of them are controlled by political government in power. So if they do that, then what happens? They are controlling the media space, everything, investment, whatever. So it will definitely affect the rankings and all that, and the threat on journalists like the safety. That safety measure, because if you don't know, you have to the family now, and all they can have fearful. So it's something that is affecting them. At least it's something they should work on. Yes, because it doesn't help. Freedom of speech, the press. People need to know what is happening, what the government is doing. They need to know. Yeah. If the government is not doing well, they need to know that this is what is happening. But you can't always have control. But they should put a good image there or so. But meanwhile, no. People have the right to know. At least they are taxpayers. They need to know what their monies and others are being used for. Okay.
Yo ta me get a war politics, man. And war politics is tough. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so but that one I mean, but like angles you catch blah New York or Chitomenami. Da Egba mi comiano view to go got there. But the drama Mauna with or nephew of one man of Iberca. Yeah. Clear message so Vavam. Mapuncho observer states on here to call Varoka on a Fumaroko Ponangaka, Omoten, Nsamelo Shiba or Doshireji, Adako, Buena, Hikamava, alone at Bergabo of Alagua Fiera, Samolo should come of the Vatican will let to create Lucolabo, who banque, Popular Mapo, Enola, Obaya. Junior Mom Makayo da Atewano Wodome Adako Gakabe Akodago. Palestine is a disputed region. That's a problem. UN bet Aniba Israel doing. Manye Akpache Chalo Bulamagbene Netanyahu. Iko to Dambara Barabara. Elabe UN getting Yamakaka 1948. After 100 years of Israel, if you want to touch on Yadu. God of it like Baru and Germany. I think 6 million Jews were killed in that era. Nazism, fascism, wars and a UN Beno, I'm a Tokoyamel, Amel, Dome, Biblachovanami, Boba, Animba, over I wrote the Pavo. You never Aliyah return. Aliyah to return to your home. Yamo cho kwa mesha mekebe Israel to nyabia go nyakitogwe obrono fiko be micho okuma plebukaka oloba tokora niwa Palestinians so lafma. We know Palestinians must go. It a disputed regime Kenya West Bank Gaza Strip I share your bomb letter. This is the issue. It a Netanyahu done at 2 level because the ruling a church ruling, but the practical truth is that Palestinians have been there for 100 years.
Oh, yes.
So it's a difficult issue.
Even as a point, I say, the current Israel, I told the main man of you.
Yes.
There was some history there,
Yeah.
It's quite sad, but
okay, Ambrose do message. Ambrose Ashia do message. Have a good morning to you, Tony. Yes, this is great, a great sign, and this is a fantastic JM effect. The MPP intimidation era is over. All right, Mensa do message. Abraham Mensa do message. Yeah, good morning to you, Ting. great background, great costume. But freedom has come. That's exactly the change we voted for. Have a great day. All right, thank you for your message. Okay, K Yankee, hello Yankee, I do message number. But some were saying some few months ago that the press is under attack. LOL, laugh out loud. Okay. Thank you for that message. Joshua, do message on Joshua Lanyan. Press freedom is improved significantly in Ghana under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. All right. Thank you for that. SC. Okay, SC, don't mess it around. Good morning to you, Tony. Great show, very informative show out there. Keep it up. We shall win to save Ghana for war. Okay, we shall win to save Ghana for war. For we shall we shall win to save Ghana. The elephant, the winning party. We shall okay. Everybody, MPP dollar okay. But down Ghana money. What the hell go? MPP dollar okay, John Siba. But if not for MPP car, we should have been first globally.
Okay, they rank it.
If not for MPP.
Yes.
So what did the MPP do? But I will message around.
Maton jam fan kwa background total VVA. I mean 62. If at 50, 52, me like 39. That probably name between no time the 39 la. Me are approaching first prize.
Okay. Good morning to you. Power procedure number. The reset is also at BOG2. The reset is also at Bank of Ghana 2. All right, thank you for that message. I hope reset at the Bank of Ghana. All right, Cosmos New Chat. The difference is clear. Governance is freedom. All right, thank you for your message. Message, madam. I think I'll take two more in this direction. We're going to shift the topic. John Nyatuama, good morning to you, Tony. But the Techiman traders are not ready for this news. Techiman traders. There's another Techiman traders.
Techiman traders. No.
Okay, so please, we don't understand. Every time I assume number. Tamaro, we are in a polarized media state now. No polarized media go. We are quite sound MPP Papaji. I don't let this Papaji. I better de. Tanemi nyajo chama. Mi chana nyachichio kala center state newspaper the news center. My yoga femia directed the aji from yakona na news center. Nakpo headlines so kala femia. And that's what we're going to discuss very soon. That's polarized media, so we try to be independent so that I make our work. This is an NDC show, this is an MPP show. You know what I mean? All right, last one. Mauli Atikobe, press conference party people. We give you this achievement. You see how JM can tolerate numerous press conferences. Nebuchadnezzar will not allow. All right, so I think that was the last message. Honorable, just 1 minute and we'll look at something else.
Yo, I bet that the global government that improve Beji, and then hopefully the subsequent ones are Akaiji further, at least if nothing at all, first in Africa. Looking at what is even happening in South Africa, no don't Kaiji Sibe, the Hometasi or probably. And also my age, yes, it's a good sign that the media is allowed giving the freedom. Again, as much as the media, the freedom and all that, we make sure that whatever information we will cover and accurate information, man, defame and medical. Because which published, none of defame and medical, the truthful and react. and then no reality la one board the journalists or attack it away. That we should make sure that we also give out or churn out the right, accurate information. Give me a help the budget and any cleaning up a first spot then me and out of man.
You are the news center. The news center. Big story, 15.6 billion net loss, 35.2 billion negative equity, and 13.32 other comprehensive income loss by BOG in 25. And your main story, okay. Couple footer stories so that BOG sold 27.6 tons of gold for 3.6 billion to cushion losses. BOG posts 9.05 billion loss for gold trade in 2025. I don't understand what is happening. 15.6 15.6 billion net loss. Any segment. If you are 35.2 billion negative equity. Abana New Center. Now it's maybe my connection. Maybe we have a polarized press. We have a polarized press in Ghana. I don't have a problem. But we have a polarized press. Standing on top playing at your body, 15.6 billion loss. Gaka Gajoka Danare Dabombe Migaba 35.2 billion. Miablomo Baramo Lero is a Marina Joka profit liner. Loss year job accounting mine Boblombe. But your equity have won out to the tune of 35.2 billion. Everywhere, BOG sold 26.2 tons of gold for 3.6 billion to cushion losses. In spite of this, you still made a loss of 9.05 billion. Oh, it's Yama. Elika. Engage you.
Yo, Akbe. Yeah, so loss I don't make point to cost loss. And the Bank of Ghana official Nkehonamia allow information gave me what to Bank of Ghana Yamia pay with. They're 15.
You see, hold on, one second. Make our Bekari, the Machunya, your Kenya, your Banza, the balance sheet GRO, statement of financial position GR. We can identify problems. But when I go and say me, I'm able to profit salary, you can pull it out. But what do you mean? I say I lost $2 billion salary in as director. So that's what they are doing. So it's not as if that what they are saying is from space. They are just critiquing other aspects of the statement.
Yeah, all official
everything is official. We are not talking about it. They are talking about loss.
First, stabilize the economy. And then you stabilize the economy like come with a cost. That example, chemical exchange rate, there's cost. Now, you sanitize, alone you pull back liquidity, alone go the system you way. And so in one way affects allow have cost, there's a cost aspect. Now when the DDEP cost daily. And then so DDEP me probably me have to DDEP the pension of a cut Jinawe. And then the minority who know all loss ya omele enyao boronyo and I bet was which was sick. Oh, Bank of Ghana, I was lost. I can hear no ton details when you get all the cost loss and then you turn nanny. But the shop are more said comment. The whole tumble DDP. Yeah, and now the loss a cry at least half of that DDP cost here. The Ghana told us another yes. I may say I'm a hill to cooking here. And Yaboki, government treasury, I had a safe haven. I did a miss about economics and Yabo. Then the side of government treasury be yala, alo government bond where yala, oh yeah, is untouchable. Now can we have administration in this country? Otachi, Karamuka Kobo, instead of the Akko Definition Apple, Susubos, Akko no Papa, Akko the Deme. So things happen in this country. So did the elephant and the laws can their governments they're paying. Now many are reducing interest rates. Now interest rates, some point 2024, interest rates maybe have loans for every dollar, some as high as 40%, some 38%. Now government no what's the I affect the cost of doing business. Let to come in. That whatever amount he has sacrificed, he has somebody interest rate added. The interest rate added. At least they have business now. What all have loan and the rate la low. That whole low la what loan I call business. By so doing la, I don't expand. I employ a megidi. That who was is a way they stabilize the economy. Now. Back 2024, interest rates in at least, for example, the teachers fund, some of their rates were 22-23%. Now it's 14%. I take a hard-working government. That's why Chief Emma. Now you go to NIB, some of their rates now, some are 11%, 12%. So if you have a government, then the door. Then now the interest rate is 36-40%. Then kill businesses one. Then now the amo omaton poga or beto kake wadochu. Then the nile okay, a government in this under this current administration, he will loss. He have make sure they have stabilized the economy. But I know who will loss about 60 billion. Kake at 60 billion chela. Niape exchange rate where the dollar was about 16.5%. At the time, around 2024, October, the same government and at them interest rate on loans was around 40%, 38%. Even though when you were lost about 60 billion, okay, under this administration, yes, me of 15.6 billion, yeah, communicated officially, yet still the government is able to stabilize some of these things, the interest rate, all the loan. No, you see, another. Neho me benefits. I don't know who me zanwo he pole polo afobo no pole polo. Kakene here compare like a loan by the interest rates. Prefife kile go lady. What semi? Na ide asime. Intike I was telling someone there. Okay, Friday nene play. Ebo Friday 2024 pay 1,002. Okay, this morning they like asa today they like ole. Obo iba play the last week la. It was 650. Some 700 cities. A safeguard. So that is directly coming alone. Money, government putting money in the pocket of Nyape to come anyway. So some of these things where the government lead to a loss. It's all geared. There was a stabilized economy and which government is doing. Through this loss, dollar rates, businesses they are able to predict. Okay, exchange rate like one week, another 1 year. The business so plan you that an import and then and the rate with every minute, every day rate or you know. This one and it's predictable. See the AGI president, so they are able to plan. All has to all open effort where you may. A cost all incur to make sure that is achieved. So government is doing more. We are just praying and hoping that it at least show as folk wherever you are working hard there, some of these losses where you are reducing. And let's show the government how to reduce some of these losses where. For the minority open press conference here. Yeah, me say, press conference prior to 2016 election, open press conference for seminar. Alternatives, okay. A government and that JDM first men over press conferences where the seminar well at University over economic whiskey, they have lecture on how to run the economy. Globally, the fundamentals are weak exchange rate were supposed to put away. Yet, now with the power, we saw me punk it all wallet to Koyame. Borrowing is bad. That borrowing is menenu nyo be wa do gala menenu nyo kake o do kaka Ghana la Ghana blibo ba affordability bele mi asio Ghana blibo a o ba affordability o come ko junk status if be Ghana e ma to ka tefere ka ba to ka even the market will lock me out we all me akite mi no to call ya me ya ba over result to DDP bene yo cut pensioner obega pensioner me wo to kaka bi akọ gatare ni akọble ni be BP match oblea under the so-called competent economists here o kale branch bene o ka cover ya obe o but what happens I think that Ghana talk more gede onya some of the comments were no open statement was comment o come if Ghana talk open kuzo menya gbede e go ba blame play economic theories were pretty to Ghana talk so ya we va do ya we le do over over me ponu ke the solid economic management team go do me ponu ko wa. So for us at least if government is making a loss even though maybe you are reducing by stabilizing the economy and that means some kind of predictability the economy me the business also one like one run open then it's good. The only thing you work hard to reduce the loss and yet still maintain some stability. The focus at least for Ghanaians to be happy, for Ghanaians to feel some relief there. I think the priority. Many of the near just for only a few people who are not benefiting at the expense of others were out. The Ghana top it work profit here. The priority. Okay. 2024, a bag of maize people around between 700 to 1,000 with now, if you on the show, I'm going now it's around 300 and 400 cities. I'm only benefiting. The only thing at the end of the day, I make it all more than me out to I make it all more than because the market is not regulated. I'm a same price. That if you want to be cheap, I can't be a battery gun away. You will me affect. Then other dispensation where the government regulates pricing. Lower monitor me our. Then me sure that yes, me putting me a test the government are eligible. Yes, me edge the governor of Bank of Ghana me our door. Show me loss area reduce. Gake no be minority ala. Ya we need the least people here seek advice for because we know their track record. We know what they did to this economy. Since independence, government they came touch pensioner obega. Since independence, you may have pensioner who not demonstrating there. You make a casino obega. Since independence, me have the economists and who of the school. The safest place where invest the land is government treasury bill or government bonds. Kake under NPP la, that logic la. If you get me down, me sure the most lecturer, economics lecturer, put all our advice open note. One global one, the safest is not government bonds, and the safest is not treasury bill. But sure our advice open note. Hence from NPP, no one. Next you want the calculation at that time, I'm sure no that particular side now. One other student, one number looking at the current dispensation, I feel the government is not the safest. That is what we are going now. I will change that narrative since independence, since to corporate community. I mean, the government here, I'm a fellow work better. I can understand people who defy that logic. Under the economic risk, it over you are the economic missile you have. That is what happens.
Elika, has the Bank of Ghana lost snowballed? A guy, a biker back of Ghana, a suboregia, a funny loss in the Bank of Ghana in 2024, Nenio 2025, a comparative analysis.
Yes, that may compare and
Abarua
Ejijia compare and your comparison came a were to 2022 because 2022 I am have a significant loss there from 15 from previous administration were 6%, 6-7 $20. 2022 I have 60 billion. I have 60 billion me probably who cover eka dividend for 16 quito. By the thing about 2025, last year it was around 9 point something. So 2015 me probably AG. Probably I know the
No, you see, my guy, you never like TV here. You're ready here. I'm over. Oh, you know, attention deficit. I'm over attention span. Limited. That never be on your simpler. Look, when you answer simple, I call you position and yet, yeah, bleno, my brother, ye, mavang, but don't make a jilu or something. Eat damn like somebody. I buy a bank of 1 dollar 2024. But it could be 2025.
Okay, so here to know 2025 to
Esubawu. That ever buy a bank of Ghana na jidudu ye for bantoma Esubawu bank of Ghana anado down for jidudu mamlame. It's just comparative analysis. It doesn't mean anything yet.
Yes.
Economics, it doesn't mean anything yet. Me without Babmura, that's something to be investigated. But me Bank of Ghana, fact Babanto go Dualeke me phone me do Paro Bujire, because I be fun and read channel pardon, in Kevin member, pardon and mafia. Comments are coming in. Good morning to you, Tony. This is Sally, okay. Shameless opportunities, MPP. Where is Keno Foyata? Ghana deserves accountability and good governance from its former and present ministers. MPP borrowed over 51 billion US dollars and looted them all. That was why MPP Achim Ebuakwa Akufo-Addo and Ken Ofori-Atta and Bawumia went to the IMF and the World Bank, cap in hand, to beg for a bailout. Ghana defaulted on its international loans and interest payments to the IMF and the World Bank in 2022. Bring your 8 years loot first. MPP Mojumparo. All right, thanks for your message. Message Oliza.
Okay.
Okay, I'm having a copy of one people. The results are as captured in the audited accounts. The 15.6 billion loss indicates that it cost government 600 Ghana cedis to cushion each person in Ghana against economic hardship in 2025. Hey, one people were interesting about guy Kenya biker Odu the Bank of Ghana. The Ghana view. Mikatami do for 600 city. Ghana village side 600 city. How would that interesting message? Well, I can't independently verify this. Yeah, sure. So one people where the results are as captured in the audited accounts. The 15.6 billion loss indicates that it cost government about 600 cedis to cushion each person in Ghana against economic hardship. No, this I understand what they're trying to do, but it's not accurate.
Yeah, sure.
But the Bank of Ghana, and that Ministry of Finance, economy and macroeconomy. There are two sides to macroeconomy. There's the physical side, that's government expenditure and income. Then there's a monetary side, that's the foreign exchange and interest rate.
Yeah.
That rate of their foreign exchange. Here rate on interest rate. Akpavaya is central bank, but income and expenditure. After the Ghana Revenue Authority, income. Like spending day. You have the idea. Minister of Papua, Omachina engine. Bahama Papua boys. Mama who are fear. Converta, no matter my birthday, ministers or politicians, because example, Mahama Pack Alona. Many other things comment and you might thought they appear like example with Jim and Okbo, Arab Bana, Viat Bana, branded range of Akmolo, Majiba Akbana. Never paka. Agbanalo. Never agbanalo.
Evidence were there.
Oh, like seriously, I'm a journalist. What I thought. Yami on a doctor on I'm your home mono ebogo. Yami no blomileni. No, I talk about. But when you go back day, Omochina ignition, drive amon okay. Alaba volando beta je kwa mana fa onji be eza wana le kwa mana hojo pleto mana ba class kata auto wona kaba kabata ofumo na mako it's not going ya. Why you have a government expenditure? That please, me a come let your Bank of Ghana side. It's peanuts. I'm trying. Hello, I want to go metalapa. Calculate. Bank of Ghana lost recognition. That's what it costs government. So even no, he's not. This guy. We shouldn't create impression. He doesn't know what he's doing. You have done your calculation. I'm going to if you have a G last year surplus, income surplus account of government. I go surplus ikele na meha na bako pay salary na poverty bako 50,000. So
last 2024 compared to 50 years, government is the cost of stability. Now, probably 2024, inflation was moving around 54. 2024, 254, do around 30. Now, this government agent, government 2025, they are bringing it down. So, actually, a lot of work has to go into that to make sure the inflation never do single digits.
Interesting.
So, some of these things, the dollar rate 2024, it was 16. Now, government agent, but I
talk with a message. No, you must you talk. Everybody, Mejiba, Ewa, and your premier Lafia Shy. Tanamian of you, tell me message Roma, you might have one now. But a second army. Talk with red ready. Why do always we sell? Okay, maybe you are trying to say, why do we always sell our gold and incur these astronomical losses? I say, question I hear, I will the Shikashicha. I want to say me. Ye Shikajam, but make a lost one. Now don't you know red?
No, look at your family. So first off, my response to
no, if you are Peter, good morning to you, Tony. Very sure I like your background. MPP wants the BOG losses to be close theirs. That is 60 billion. Okay, MPP wants the BOG losses to be close to theirs. That's 60 billion. What did Ghana get from that? DDEP, haircut, debt everywhere, poverty, etc. Okay, so I'm trying to get what you said. Peter Gombe, Gaji, plus or the 60 million. But you see, I want to know, when was the BOG lost $60 billion?
That was in 2022.
But okay, so 2023, 2024, you did it.
Then 60, then 2023, about 15 point something.
Okay. 2024.
That 2024, yeah, over 9 points.
9 points. After that, Troga, you left 15.
And look at that, he left him at 9 point something. Yeah, okay,
can I come back from a confused group of ignorant elites? How can these group of so-called educated elites be throwing about figures that isn't consistent with reality? First, it was 45 billion. Now it's 44 billion, and it came to 39 billion, and now it's 34 billion. That's what I'm also not getting. This is exactly what happens to a group of desperate losers who seek at all costs to create a mansion out of an anthill. Laugh out loud. All right, maybe one more message. Essay, good morning to you. But MPP knows how to hide figures so they can steal. They think NDC is doing same. Don't use insulting words. It doesn't make you. All right, Gameli, for medley. But NDC government is trying to buy the US dollar at every cost and not helping the economy. Let's rely on our CD. All right, thank you for a message. Dan Miller, but setting bad precedent. BOG is for all Ghanaians. NDC has no role in its reporting. Let's do things right, not destroy democracy. All right, so these are beautiful messages I'm having. Maybe I should take two more. Some of us do not care how much BOG spent on restoring the economy. MPP can go to hell. What did they do when they were in power? Kidiedo message Mara. All right, Benny, only economic fundamentals will stabilize currency and create jobs. Some countries have tried this and failed. Hard work to restore economy will save us all. Good morning to you, Tony, and all the praise. I appreciate you. All that. Interesting.
This is over cost of stability and like 9%, 9 point something in 2024. Yeah, we are buying 15 point something in 2026. Yeah, government of is the cost, then you stabilize the economy. Yeah, yes. Yeah, will reduce interest rates to the maybe from a high 30%, about 11%, and there's a cost to be incurred. Now, he will reduce dollar rates from 16 or 15, about 9, there's a cost to incur. So, under MPP, the dollar rate was 15. You stabilize exchange rate, you reduce, there's no investment, there's no proper matter. Everything, dollar rate, government is not doing anything to stabilize it. Even though the government want to stabilize it, businesses will have credit, business will invest, there will be more money in the economy. Okay. Now, business will dollar, you matter credit too. The exchange rate is high, so they are not importing. It affects our business. So government they are stabilizing the businesses, so they no call freedom, no credit, the exchange rate. So that is the cost. Maybe you have the economic change by material. And so for me, that MPP, I the last group of people. ANDC or advice because we saw what they did.
Okay, thank you so very much. Honorable Kamchoma, Manasseh Kwashi, achiever, Tengero Meshera, big ups to us. We appreciate you for that. Tony Mark-Boye, Applause, kple Kamchoma. Ye no miabo machok beto asarafia patakle de pukere kabarota miniti tonkwe poto ne yana de kakamia sirafia ngaka manu honorable apelo yo bye bye.